Chapter 701. In the blink of an eye, October 10th had arrived. Early in the morning, before Fong Ping had even departed, news arrived. 3 rank 9 powerhouses, including Monster Sunflower City's governor, Monster Phoenix City's governor and Monster Phoenix, have come together and are rushing to Hope City. Fan Hua, who had just rushed back from the catacombs, said anxiously. Old Fan and Big Brother Gui can't hold on any longer. Not only these 3, but there are also rank 9s attacking from the depths. Vice-Chancellor Wu Dean Li, what do we do now? Li Changxing sighed. So anxious. Wu Quishan said calmly. I've expected this. 3. I don't think 3 is enough. At least 5, and more. Fong Ping, be careful. We might not be able to make it back in time. I know. Fong Ping responded. Old Man Li glanced around and asked, Where's Qin Feng Qing? He broke through. He went out to show off. He should be back soon. As they spoke, Qin Feng Qing returned. He landed from the sky and laughed. Awesome! Becoming a Zongshi is indeed different. It feels so good. Old Man Li glanced at him, frowning slightly. Don't let yourself die. I don't expect anything from you. Just don't be a burden to others. Qin Feng Qing was speechless. He said gloomily, Am I that kind of person? Yes. Qin Feng Qing was mentally exhausted. He did not want to speak anymore. Old Man Li ignored him. He looked at Fong Ping and said, Try to make it back. Remember, saving your own life is the first priority. I will. Old Man Li said again. Now that the others are not here, let me say something realistic. Annihilating the evil sect is not your personal responsibility, nor is it your personal obligation. This is something that all powerhouses in the world should consider. Sometimes, people need to be sacrificed, but it's not your turn yet. Remember, if the others die, then they die. A bunch of old fellows, it's nothing even if they die. Young people, fewer die. This old man has no intention of siding with anyone. If I don't work for the young people now, when their descendants become successful in the future, who will shelter them from the wind and rain? The prosperity of martial arts originates from this. As soon as he finished speaking, someone in the sky said coldly, Li Changxing, we don't need you to teach us how to do things. Old Man Li lifted his head and scoffed. Nan Yunping, you're a rank 8 5th level powerhouse. Put in some effort. He's already 100 years old. If he's dead, then so be it. Fong Ping is dead, but if you're not, then you're a traitor. Li Changxing. Nan Yunping's face turned ashen as she snapped. I don't need you to teach me. Old Man Li sneered. He looked at Fong Ping and said, This old hag's ability is considered extremely strong among rank 8. She's old too. We'll have to risk our lives at the crucial moment. Let her go. Fong Ping did not know whether to laugh or cry. Before he could finish, Old Man Li said, Old Chen, where's your grandson-in-law? He's going to have to fight for his life this time. Just take care of yourself. If I don't give you a few reminders, who knows if you'll help or not? Shut up! The person who said that was none other than Wu Quishan. Wu Quishan cupped his fists at them and said, I'll have to trouble you this time. Don't be so polite, President Wu. It's what I should do. Nan Yunping was rather courteous toward Wu Quishan. She smiled and said, Don't worry. It'll be fine. Wu Quishan said no more. He took a deep breath and said, We'll go in first then. Old Fan and the rest won't be able to hold on for long. Old Man Li said no more. He took the flight step and disappeared on the spot. As soon as the two of them left, Wang Jinyang and Yao Qingjun arrived midair. Below, Lu Fengru, Tang Feng, and Huang Jing were also strolling over. Beside Fong Ping were Li Han Song and Qin Feng Qing. In addition to Nan Yunping, Lu Polu, and Qin Yaoting, there were a total of 10 people. Fong Ping looked at Lu Fengru and the rest, saying in a low voice, Instructor, the few of you don't have to go. Lu Fengru said impatiently, I'm your instructor. Now you're making it seem like Li Changxing is your instructor. You ingrate. I'm just a little weaker and you want to change schools? What, you don't like me? If you don't like me, don't choose me as your instructor back then, Fang Ping said gloomily. Weren't you the one who forced me to be your disciple? What did you say? Say it again? Fang Ping shrugged and said, Minister Wang from the Ministry of Education will be here too. I didn't call the others. If a rank 7 wants to hold back a rank 9, that's too dangerous. If the evil sect has rank 7 and 8 martial artists, everyone can deal with the rank 7 and 8 martial artists. There's no need to hold back those rank 9 martial artists. Everyone frowned. Nan Yinping said in a low voice, Then who's going to deal with the rank 9? Fang Ping smiled and said, Depends on the situation. If it doesn't work, I'll find a chance to run. Everyone be careful. Their target is me. If I run, then it won't be a big problem. As he said that, Fang Ping suddenly smiled and said, Actually, did everyone notice? It's very interesting. We in the evil sect actually know each other's purpose, but we pretend not to know each other's purpose. We're even afraid to tell each other that we actually know your purpose. As soon as he said that, everyone burst out laughing. Qin Yaoting laughed and said, It's not surprising. Everyone just wants an opportunity. They don't dare to attack Magic City openly. If millions of people die, just wait and see. Now, even a group of powerhouses pretending to be deaf and dumb won't let it go easily. Among the 6 Holy Lands, there are many powerhouses in the other 5 sects, but no one said anything. Some things we all know very well. However, once it causes a bloodbath that involves the lives and deaths of millions of people, it won't work no matter how much we pretend to be deaf and dumb. Fang Ping laughed. Then, he took a deep breath and said, Then let's move. I'll go get some energy stones for everyone to replenish. Everyone nodded. Fang Ping quickly went underground. After a while, Fang Ping walked out with the golden house on his head. Nan Yinping and the rest were slightly surprised. Wang Jinyang and the rest were indifferent. At this time, another 5 people walked over. Nan Yinping frowned slightly. Looking at the 5 people, she felt that they were not familiar. Fang Ping did not say much. He looked at them and said, Don't go more than 1,000 meters away from me. Follow me yourself. The 5 of them nodded and did not say anything. Fang Ping, on the other hand, performed the flight step and said loudly, MCMAU instructors and students, don't go to the sea. This time, my breakthrough will cause a huge commotion. When the tsunami comes, only high-ranked martial artists can withstand it. Everyone stay in school. Cultivate and watch TV. Don't die in the catacombs, but at my hands. Seeing Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jinhong perform the flight step not far away, Fang Ping shouted, Deans, watch over the school in case someone sneaks into the school and steals the mineral vein when we leave. Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jinhong looked at each other but did not say anything. Very quickly they landed. Fang Ping urged them for a while. Not far away, on the crystal tower, Qin Yunxi pressed on Fan Yuan and said loudly, We'll wait for you to come back. Okay. Let's go. Fang Ping responded. Then, he yelled and performed the flight step, flying toward the southern area's seaside. Everyone followed, and soon they flew toward the island in the distance. At the same time, capital city. Zhang Tao chuckled. There are true kings gathering in every territory. For one Fang Ping, they're really going all out. Nenyan Wei humphed. I've said it before. If evil sects are not eradicated as soon as possible, they'll grow into trouble sooner or later. Zhang Tao's head hurt. All right, don't I want to eradicate them as soon as possible? Compared to the others, who the big pope is more important. Without information about the big pope, how can I eradicate them? Since they want to arm wrestle with me, then let's do it. Do you think these underground rats can defeat me? Beside him, Li Jun said mildly. Don't be too confident. Be careful of the enemy's diversion. If their target is not Fang Ping but the passageways, that'll be the real trouble. Don't worry, I've already made arrangements. If their target is really the passageways, that'll be good. Zhang Tao laughed. What I'm afraid of is, If their target is really Fan Ping, then it'll be a lot more troublesome. If that kid Fan Ping is really done for, Li Changxing and the others will come to me for revenge. Li Jin glanced at him and frowned. Are there really no arrangements? Don't ask. If you ask, I'll treat you as the big pope and try to get information from me. Li Jin was speechless. After a while, he humphed. If I were the big pope, I'd have killed you long ago. Zhang Tao sneered. You! To put it bluntly, you're only arrogant against others. Against me, you're still too inexperienced. Stop talking nonsense. You go to the North Lake Catacombs, Nanyunwe to the Forbidden Catacombs, I'll go to the Magic City Catacombs. You scout along the way. Don't you like to eavesdrop? Try observing secretly and see if you can find those fellows. You're the one who likes to eavesdrop. Zhang Tao humphed, then laughed. It'll be difficult. These fellows aren't stupid. If we don't go in, they won't show up. Also, something big is going to happen this time. After this, a territory might be breached. Those fellows whose identities are exposed will probably go in and seek refuge with their masters. Li Jin said nonchalantly. It doesn't matter much here. If a place is breached, the probability of other places being breached is higher. However, those old fellows are still holding the fort in the depths. It's not a big deal even if they breached it. Let them work without putting in any effort. A few deaths will probably wake them up. After so many years, they're still sticking to their old ways. Don't fight or fight back. It's good to see some blood. Zhang Tao laughed. You can't say that. After all, there's still one body. Anyway, I've informed them in advance. Let's see how they prepare. With that, Zhang Tao rose into the air and said, Don't treat it like a game. This time, there might be a bloody battle. It's rare for the two royal courts to agree. That monster plant's royal court guy isn't easy to deal with. He's long wanted to take the initiative to attack. This time, he might want to break through Mount Imperial Sea's defensive line. Li Jin also rose into the air and said, Him? After he's been seriously injured, will anyone still listen to him? Nonsense. Do you really think he has no influence? Just watch. This is the first time the Monster Life Royal Court is cooperating with him. Sooner or later, they'll be tricked to death. But it doesn't matter. He'll trick him, and I'll trick me. He thinks he's calculated everything, but he doesn't think about it. Without strength, calculations are useless. I have strength and can scheme. He can't control the overall situation himself. Playing this game with me, he won't be able to bear the consequences this time. Nanyunwe also rose into the air at an extremely fast speed. She transmitted, Zhang Tao, don't be too confident. Nanyunping is right there. If she really dies there, I won't forgive you. I'm already 100 years old. If I die, I die. It's useless even if you don't forgive me, you. Don't you. Hurry up. If we don't go, these guys will really break through Mount Imperial Sea's defensive line. Humph. Nanyunwe snorted and instantly landed below the Forbidden City. The Forbidden Catacombs she needed to go to was very close, so she didn't have to rush far. Somewhere in Sino Nation. In the villa. A crystal ball floated in the air. Someone inside said with a chuckle, Nanyunwe has entered the catacombs. The few people in the villa did not speak. After a moment, a voice came from the crystal ball again. Li Jin has entered the catacombs. Zhang Tao is almost at Magic City. Before he finished speaking, the black-robed sixth elder said in a deep voice, Zhang Tao has gone to Magic City. The distance is very close. Can you hold him back? Don't worry. In the Magic City catacombs, there will be two true kings taking action. No matter how strong Zhang Tao is, can he fight two true kings alone and kill them? If he really has such strength, then we don't have to worry. The catacombs' true king hall will continue to send people to the Magic City catacombs to find a chance to kill Zhang Tao. What about Heavenly Kings subduing? Heavenly Kings subduing. Heavenly Kings subduing won't take action. Once he takes action, all the balance will be broken. Right now, Either side is prepared for a full-scale war. The long-haired masked man continued to play with his golden knife. He smiled and said, "Where is Bagong Bing?" 10 leagues south of the island. "I'll go play with Bagong Bing." As the long-haired masked man spoke, the golden knife in his hand disappeared. He said playfully, "Grand Pope, are you really not taking action this time?" "Depends. Now that Absolute Peak has entered the catacombs, are you really the Grand Pope?" As soon as these words came out, the few people present fell silent. On the other side of the crystal ball, the neutral voice laughed. "Third Elder, why are you so conflicted over this? All these years, working with me, none of you have suffered losses, right?" The long-haired masked man chuckled. "Not really. I'm just afraid that we'll be abandoned this time. Absolute Peak and not Absolute Peak are still different. If the Grand Pope is not in a desperate situation, then I'm not so afraid. But if it's a desperate situation, I'm really a little worried." "Why do you say that?" "Desperate situation. Is there any pursuit in martial arts?" The long-haired masked man smiled faintly. "Then the unification of the divine sect is a little different. Humans are all selfish. No one is an exception." The long-haired masked man said something meaningful. At last he laughed. "Forget it, let's not talk about this. On Fan Ping's side, are you sure there are only 4 rank 8s, Nan Yunping, Qin Yaoting, Wang Qinghai, and Lu Pola?" "I'm sure." The long-haired masked man laughed. "Then it'll be much easier. I'll deal with Bagong Bing, Old 8 will deal with these people, Old 9 will take care of those small fries, and Old 6 will go all out to kill Fan Ping." The black-robed martial artist chuckled. "Third Master thinks highly of Fan Ping. I thought you'd let Old 9 take care of Fan Ping." The long-haired masked man said lightly, "Be careful. If it weren't for the fact that I'm afraid you're not Bagong Bing's match and can't leave in the end, I'd deal with Fan Ping myself." As soon as he said that, everyone in the field looked at him. The newly arrived Elder 9 was silent for a moment. "I'll kill those rank 7 martial artists as soon as possible and go help 6th Master to prevent Fan Ping from escaping." The others did not say anything. After a while, the Grand Pope said from the crystal ball, "Zhang Tao has entered the catacombs. Everyone can move now. What about Grand Elder? He'll go with him. Give him a signal, lest we mistake the enemy for one of us." As soon as he said that, an old voice came from a phone beside him. "This old man will wear a red robe." Tisk tisk. The long-haired masked man clicked his tongue and laughed. He said, "I understand. Actually, when the time comes, we won't be able to hide who we are from each other. If I fight with Bagong Bing, my identity will definitely be exposed. The few of you probably won't be able to hide it either. If we can't kill Fan Ping this time, we won't be able to get the true king's ultimate technique. Everyone will just obediently be rats from now on. Otherwise, we can only go down to the catacombs and rely on them. It's a pity that after planning for so many years, it's either be a rat or a dog. I just don't think it's worth it." In the crystal ball, the Grand Pope smiled faintly. "Third Elder, if you're confident that you can break through to the apex, or if there's an apex willing to teach you the ultimate technique, you don't have to go." The long-haired masked man sighed. "Ultimate technique is difficult. Besides, these fellows are still alive. If that person from the Yang family taught us the ultimate technique, we can give it a try. It's a pity that it didn't." The long-haired man said a few words. Finally, he took a deep breath and said slowly, "Let's go. We don't have to go together, lest our chi is too strong and we get discovered in advance. Remember, you must kill Fan Ping. If you can't kill Fan Ping, no matter how many people you kill, it'll all be in vain." "Understood," the other 3 responded. Very soon, the 4 of them walked out of the villa and disappeared outside the villa in an instant. MCMAU Southern Area, C area. Fan Ping had a golden house on his head. In front of him, Qin Fengqing was carrying a bunch of equipment. He aimed the camera at Fan Ping, chuckling. "Fan Ping, are you really going to do a live broadcast?" "Of course." Fan Ping laughed. It's already been spread out. If I don't do a live broadcast, how can I live up to everyone's expectations? Besides, I've even received a fee for this live broadcast. It's 1 billion. Qin Fengqing was speechless. He muttered, "Is the TV station stupid? Won't they suffer a loss? Get lost. Am I someone you can compare to?" This time, my live broadcast of breaking through to rank 8 was watched by at least 1 billion people. They've earned a lot. As they chatted idly, Nan Yuping and the rest looked around vigilantly. Fan Ping did not care about them. He was calculating his expenditure. Bringing along 11 powerhouses cost a lot. 1 minute would cost 2 million points. It had already been 3 minutes since he set off. That meant 6 million points had been spent. At most, it would take half an hour. If the evil sect did not come after half an hour, he would have to spend 60 million wealth points. Such a huge expenditure. I have to reimburse them. Fan Ping sighed in his heart. 60 million points. That was 600 billion. He was spending money like water. It would be inexcusable if he did not reimburse them this time. Other than this expenditure, I've spent tens of millions of points to create imperishable substances this time. I've already spent hundreds of millions. The more Fan Ping thought about it, the more his heart ached. This was not counting the rank 8 divine weapon that he would give to Nan Yuping later, and the rank 9 long sword that he had already given to Lu Polu. I wonder if these fellows who came have family assets. If a rank 9 powerhouse has a public identity, they should have some family assets, right? It would be better if they came from other holy lands. They don't have family assets, but the holy lands have money. The people from the holy lands attacked me. If old Zhang doesn't make them vomit blood, I'll beat all of you until you vomit blood in the future. Fan Ping calculated these. He was not surprised that there were rank 9 powerhouses from holy lands among them. There was no other reason. Rank 9 powerhouses from holy lands had more freedom. These powerhouses dared to come to Sino Nation to kill him. They were most likely rank 9s from some holy lands. Of course, there were also some independent rank 9 martial artists. There were many catacombs in Sino Nation. Rank 9 powerhouses all had missions, so it was difficult for them to free themselves. However, in other places, some places were quite chaotic. There were more than 200 rank 9s on the global rank 9 ranking list. There were only 33 in Sino Nation previously, and close to 200 were from other countries. Some of these people were just adventuring martial artists in the catacombs. They were not powerhouses guarding the catacombs. There might be rank 9s from other holy lands participating. What about Star Town? This thought arose in Fan Ping's mind, but he did not say it out loud. It was hard to say. There were not many rank 9s in Star Town, but these people did not have to guard the catacombs. It did not even matter if they did not go to the battlefield. If they really left Star Town in the dark, the others might not really care. As a rank 9 powerhouse, they were extremely free. While Fan Ping was thinking about these, Qin Fengqing, who was in front, laughed and said, "All right, it seems like it's connected. We should be able to do a live broadcast now." Fan Ping heard that and laughed. "I'll take a picture of the island later. After I break through, the island will probably be gone. Let everyone enjoy one last look." As they spoke, they were almost at the island, which was about 50 li away from the coastline. As soon as Fan Ping arrived, his aura suddenly erupted to the extreme. Nan Yuping and the others' aura also erupted. Fan Ping shouted, "All the surrounding martial artists, retreat quickly! When I break through later, I won't be able to suppress my mentality. Under the mentality outburst, even a rank 7 will be suppressed to death." Knowing that Fan Ping was going to break through here, there were many martial artists in the surroundings. At this time, Fan Ping's mentality pressure erupted. Some of the martial artists who had just reached the middle rank and could barely fly in the air fell into the sea in an instant. Fan Ping shouted again, "Leave quickly! There's no need to lose your life just to watch a martial artist break through." Following the outburst of Fan Ping's aura, some of the martial artists who gathered around left one after another. Martial artists were not stupid. Since Fan Ping did not allow them to watch, if they stayed, someone might really die. As these people left, Fan Ping did not land on the island. Instead, he looked around and smiled. Seems like they're not there yet. Everyone, don't be anxious. Old Qin, carry this thing further away. There's no need to listen to the sound. Just look at the momentum. Qin Fengqing did not waste any more words. He quickly carried the machine and went far away. After waiting for Qin Fengqing to go far away, Fan Ping looked around and smiled. Since I'm here, what's the point of hiding? If I reach rank 9, the world will be under my control. Why do I have to be like a thief, hiding and not daring to show my face? My head is worth a lot. When I heard that the catacombs is offering a reward, I want to cut off my own head and send it over. No one said anything. At this moment, Nan Yunping and the others' divine weapons appeared in their hands, surrounding Fan Ping. From afar, Qin Fengqing said loudly, I'm in charge of filming. Don't look for me. I've just reached rank 7. I'm so far away from Fan Ping. It's not worth it to kill me. I'll be exposed immediately. Please don't kill me. If you come, kill Fan Ping first. It's not easy for me to cultivate to rank 7. Li Hansong could not help but curse. Mother *Ker, you're doing a live broadcast. Have some shame. Don't swear. Qin Fengqing immediately retorted. Am I wrong? It's very dangerous. You guys are together. I'm here alone. Forget it. I'm not filming anymore. Fan Ping, I'll go to your place. Fan Ping laughed. Stay away from me? You're weak. I told you not to come, but you insisted. Are you afraid of death now? Nonsense. If I don't come, wouldn't that make me look like a coward? Qin Fengqing said suddenly. I forgot to turn off the sound. If I turn it off, no one will hear what I say. As soon as he said that, the device in his hands suddenly exploded. Qin Fengqing let out a muffled humph and roared. Mother *Ker. Do you really want to kill me? Are you an idiot? Trash. In the void, a cold snort was heard. The person did not attack him at all. He only exploded the device first. Qin Fengqing did not say anything else. He ran away hurriedly, cursing as he ran. I'm just here to join in the fun. It's not worth it to kill me. Don't come to my place. No one talked to him. Just as he started running, a great battle broke out instantly. In the void, 3 figures shot toward him at the fastest speed. Before they even arrived, 3 powerful psychic powers had already burst forth. Humph! Nan Yiping snorted coldly. Celestiality intertwined. The others brandished their divine weapons and attacked the empty mentalities. Yao Chengjun stabbed with his spear and flew backward a few steps. However, he also tore a small part of his mentality. Only 3? Fan Ping suddenly laughed. That's too little. As soon as he said that, in the distance, 2 powerful forces erupted suddenly. With a loud bang, the seawater exploded and the void rumbled. It's you! Saili Karo, you're not dead. Ha! Beigong Yen, you have a good memory. I've been dead for 10 years, but you still remember my aura. Boom! The sound of conversation faded along with the rumble. 10 li away, 2 powerful forces rose and fought each other instantly. Nan Yunping and the others did not have time to care about this. Nan Yunping shouted in a low voice. Clowns! Let me see who you are. As soon as she said that, Nan Yunping, Wang Qinghai, Lu Polu, and Qin Yaoting charged toward the black-robed martial artist who was rushing toward them from the left. The black-robed martial artist said mildly, I'm not your opponent. Having said that, the black-robed martial artist sped up. Nan Yunping and the others were about to chase after him when the short-haired and masked martial artist said, I'll play with you guys. Rumble! Bang! The sound of an energy explosion was heard almost instantly. The island below them began to crumble. Not far away, The black-robed martial artist charged toward Fang Ping and the others at high speed. They were just a bunch of rank 7 martial artists. Did they really think they could stop him? Moreover, these rank 7 martial artists had someone to take care of. On the right, a tall and slender masked martial artist had already appeared in front of everyone. However, he did not look at Huang Jing and the others. Instead, his gaze fell on the few middle-ranked martial artists on the periphery. He sighed softly. I see. Before he finished speaking, a few middle-ranked martial artists standing on the periphery suddenly exploded with a powerful golden glow. Divine weapons appeared, and they charged toward Ninth Elder in an instant. Old Six, do as you see fit with these small fries. Ninth Elder laughed. He had already started fighting with 5 rank 8 powerhouses. After exchanging blows, he suddenly laughed. 5 early-stage rank 8 martial artists. This is not enough. Kill! However, these 5 people ignored him. They formed a formation in an instant. Their golden bodies flickered, surrounding Ninth Elder from all directions. The black-robed martial artist had already arrived. He laughed loudly and said, The same, still not enough. As soon as he finished speaking, a pitch-black Cha now materialized directly from the void, attacking Fang Ping, who was surrounded by Lu Fengru and the others. Lu Fengru and the others were just about to fight when Fang Ping shouted, Go help those few. Leave this guy to me. Although Li Han Song and the others were in a difficult position, they did not hold back at all. One by one, they retreated and charged toward Ninth Elder. 5 early-stage rank 8 martial artists against a rank 9. The risk was still very high. If they surrounded and killed the other party together, it would be much easier. Ha! The black-robed martial artist let out a soft cry of surprise. He left? This guy was underestimating himself too much. Fang Ping ignored him. The next moment, he went straight to the faraway sea and fled. The black-robed martial artist was a little strange again. Luring me to leave? There was an ambush ahead? Please remember this book's original domain name. 9 Heavens Divine Emperor Mobile Version website. Chapter 702. Despite guessing that Fang Ping would have an ambush, the black-robed martial artist chased after him quickly. His goal this time was to kill Fang Ping. How could he give up just because he suspected that there would be an ambush? Moreover, he was a powerhouse who had comprehended the origin path. He would not be tricked so easily. In front of him, Fang Ping fled quickly, shouting, I don't want to know who you are, and I don't want to talk nonsense about why you want to kill me. If you betray me now, I will spare your life. I, Fang Ping, have the honor to do so. Also, I will give you a rank 9 divine weapon, 3,000 caddies of energy stones, and a month of preaching. I don't have a true king's unique skill unless I kill the true king. I will help you clear your identity. If these are not enough, then there's no need to talk. Humph! Don't humph. You should be satisfied with this treatment. Do you really think you can kill me? Fang Ping shouted. Not only him. The others are the same. Of course, those who have committed murder can forget about it. I heard that some of you have slaughtered innocent humans. This kind of person must die. As soon as Fang Ping finished speaking, golden light erupted from his body, and his speed soared again. He shouted, I am a rank 8 golden body. Do you really think you can kill me? Even a rank 8 must die. Behind him, although the black-robed martial artist was a little surprised, he was still cold and stern. Fang Ping's price was not low. Other than the lack of a true king's unique skill, it was comparable to the price offered by the restricted area. But they wanted a true king's unique skill. As soon as he finished speaking, the black-robed martial artist seemed to have passed through the void. In the next moment, he appeared 100 meters behind Fang Ping. Die! The black-robed martial artist growled. A rank 8 divine staff shot out instantly, heading straight for Fang Ping's back. Someone from the Wanta world? Fang Ping roared fiercely. Martial artists would only use the divine weapon that they were best at, unless they were really rich and did not care about a divine weapon. You're not qualified! A brilliant golden light suddenly erupted from Fang Ping's feet. In the blink of an eye, he broke through 1,000 meters away. Rank 9 Divine Combat Boots! How generous! At this moment, even the few Salvation Elders around were shocked. Fang Ping had a rank 9 divine weapon, which was understandable. However, Fang Ping used the rank 9 Demon's Demon Core not to forge weapons, but to forge combat boots that could accelerate. That was 2F** King extravagant. When experts forged divine weapons, they would first forge offensive weapons. Under normal circumstances, when one reached rank 9, it would be difficult to forge even offensive weapons of the same level. After forging an offensive divine weapon, even if one had the capital to forge a second divine weapon, they would usually not forge it. Instead, they would exchange it for other resources of equivalent value. Fang Ping, on the other hand, had forged a pair of rank 9 combat boots. Rumble! As soon as Fang Ping left the spot where he stood exploded. The staff pierced through the void, stirring up monstrous waves in the sea below. Damn it! The black-robed martial artist was furious. The other party actually had rank 9 combat boots. Disregarding the consumption, he used the imperishable substance to escape. His speed was no slower than the average rank 8 5th level powerhouse. Although he was slightly slower than him, he still needed some time to catch up. Right now, what he lacked the most was time. 8th brother, 9th brother, hurry up! The black-robed martial artist bellowed. A rank 8 martial artist wearing rank 9 combat boots was running with all his might. It would be difficult to stop him. As he bellowed, the black-robed martial artist unleashed all his might to hurry along. The void exploded. Not only that, a bridge connecting to the sky appeared under the black-robed martial artist's feet. The bridge was thousands of meters long. The black-robed martial artist stepped onto the bridge. In the next second, he had already appeared at the other end of the bridge, reaching a distance of 100 meters from Fang Ping again. In front, Fang Ping's expression changed drastically. What was this? It's you! Murda! At this moment, Wang Qinghai suddenly roared. While slashing at the short-haired masked man in a frenzy, he bellowed. He's Murta! The Andes powerhouse, Murta, how dare you attack Fang Ping? The black-robed martial artist ignored him completely. The moment he neared Fang Ping, the staff pierced through the air again, piercing through the void with a rumble. Mother *** cur! Fang Ping roared. Golden light erupted from his body, forcefully shifting a small distance. Even so, the staff still hit his back. Above the development, it even carried the power of destruction. Bang! Fang Ping's rank 8 second-level golden body exploded directly. A huge pit appeared on his back. Puff! Golden yellow blood spurted out from Fang Ping's mouth, like a steel ball, crashing into the sea. Origin Path Powerhouse! Fang Ping rapidly recovered his exploded golden body. Suddenly, he turned around, the golden house crashing toward the other party. Murta let out a cold humph. His mentality erupted abruptly. Once again, a staff materialized in the void. This was not a divine weapon, but a materialized object. The moment the staff appeared, it went straight for the materialized object. There was a rumble. Far away, Fang Ping's head exploded. A faint, crisp sound rang out. His brain nucleus was shattered. The source of mentality was the brain nucleus. The brain nucleus was connected to the brain. A single collision caused cracks to appear on Fang Ping's brain nucleus. The might of an origin path powerhouse was terrifying. Just as Fang Ping's golden house trembled, Murda was about to unleash a second attack. In an instant, 6 brilliant rays of golden light converged in the air, condensing into a gigantic, suppress, word. Suppress! 6 violent roars rang out at the same time. The gigantic golden, suppress, word descended instantly. People from the Fallen Star's army? Murta let out a loud roar too. In the void, a pair of invisible giant hands appeared, grabbing the divine weapon staff in an instant. The staff struck out, laughing loudly. Out of my expectations! Li Jin's Fallen Star's army actually hid so many rank 8 golden bodies. As soon as he finished speaking, outside the Golden House, 6 rank 8 powerhouses appeared out of thin air. All 6 of them were dressed in military uniforms. The leader bellowed furiously. Murda, how dare you, the Andes! Ha! You can just kill your way to the Andes then. Murda burst into laughter. 6 early-stage rank 8s. This isn't enough. As he spoke, the golden suppress word collided with the staff. The staff expanded to 100 meters in size in an instant, striking the large word. Rumble. An earth-shattering explosion rang out. Crack. The suppress word began to crack. The 6 powerhouses in military uniforms turned pale. The leader powerhouse bellowed. Suppress him to death! As soon as he finished speaking, the 6 of them acted in unison, spurting golden blood from their mouths. It was not just golden blood, but golden blood that was mixed with large amounts of destructive energy. The blood converged in the air instantly, merging into the golden word in the blink of an eye. The suppress word that had already begun to crack recovered to its original state in an instant. The golden glow was even more magnificent. Suppress! The 6 of them bellowed one after another. At the same time, rank 6 divine weapons charged toward Murda from all directions. Sino nation certainly has the capital! Murta let out a cold humph. There were 11 more rank 8s than expected, and they were all wielding divine weapons. This was indeed out of their expectations. Not only 11 rank 8s, Fang Ping had also entered rank 8, even stepping on a rank 9 divine weapon. Such an unforeseen event had disrupted their rhythm. The 3 departments and 4 prefectures each had their own elite army. The education department's Wan Army, the military department's Fallen Star Army, the detective department's National Garrison. These armies were the core armies of the 3 departments, all of them fighting for a living. These powerhouses stayed in the catacombs for many years, almost never leaving the catacombs, and were not known by others. Unexpectedly, 5 rank 8s appeared in the Wan Army and 6 in the Fallen Star Army. Trying to suppress me with a rank 8 suppress word formula. What a joke! Murta let out a low roar. The invisible mentality staff merged into the divine weapon staff in an instant. The divine weapon's radiance erupted. A ferocious tiger monster appeared out of thin air, as if it was a real existence. The tiger's claws slammed toward the suppress word. Rumble! A monstrous golden glow dyed the entire surface of the sea gold. Pfft. The 6 rank 8 powerhouses spat blood one after another. A few of them looked aghast. Not only was he an Origin Path powerhouse, Murta had already walked a distance on Origin Path. He was not weaker than Wu Quishan, perhaps even stronger. The 6 of them wielded divine weapons and used the suppress word formula. It was not difficult to suppress a weak rank 9. However, it was dangerous to deal with a strong rank 9. Fang Ping. Run! The leading military-clad powerhouse bellowed. They could not suppress Murda. If this went on, they would be defeated sooner or later. Far away, Fang Ping was currently checking out the situation around him. On Bai Gongyan's side, there was a great momentum. Bai Gongyan wielded a rank 9 divine weapon and was also a powerhouse who had walked out of Origin Path. Even if he was not as good as Third Elder, he would not be defeated so quickly. On Nan Yinping's side, Nan Yinping's combat strength was strong. Wang Qinghai was also a powerhouse who had entered rank 5. The 2 peak rank 8 powerhouses were the main force. With Qin Yaoting and Lu Polua's support, they were not at a disadvantage against 8th Elder who had just stepped into Origin Path. On Li Hansong's side, there were 5 rank 8 powerhouses, plus Li Hansong, Huang Jing, Lu Fengru, Wang Jinam, Yao Qinjun, Tang Feng. 11 powerhouses were fighting 9th Elder who had not stepped into Origin Path. It was hard to tell who had the upper hand. The ones who were really at a disadvantage were Fang Ping's side. 6 rank 8s, plus Fang Ping, 7 rank 8s. Instead, they were being suppressed by Murda. However, if that was all, Fang Ping and the others would not be defeated so quickly. Is that all? Fan Ping let out a cold humph, looking around. It was at this moment that Fan Ping let out a fierce roar. His body shone with a golden glow, and he disappeared from the spot abruptly. In the next second, Fan Ping appeared a few hundred meters away, spewing blood wildly from his mouth. You actually sensed it. You're indeed the strongest prodigy of the current generation. An old laugh came from the void. Immediately after, a sky-shaking apparition appeared at the place where Fan Ping had left. He was wearing a red robe! The boss is here! Ha! The other elders burst into laughter. The strongest boss was here! On the Fallen Star Army's side, the leading rank 8 roared furiously. Fan Ping, run! The cult's Grand Elder had arrived! Damn it! Fan Ping cursed wildly in his heart. The Grand Elder was here. Where was the manpower that old Zhang had arranged? Just as he was thinking about it, Fan Ping revealed a look of terror once again. He unleashed his full strength and disappeared from the spot in the blink of an eye. He had just disappeared when someone laughed beside his ear. Why are you running? You're late. Sorry! The words rang out almost in the blink of an eye and disappeared in the blink of an eye. Fan Ping did not even have time to move when an intense energy wave erupted beside him. It exploded, the void trembled, and a tsunami rose. Grand Elder, so you're the Grand Elder. After a while, the void regained its calm. Less than 100 meters in front of Fan Ping, a frail-looking youth stood proudly in the void. His back was facing Fan Ping, facing the Grand Elder who was a few hundred meters away. With a complicated expression, he said, "How can you be the cult's Grand Elder? I've thought of many people, but I never thought it would be you." The red-robed Grand Elder was not in a hurry to make a move. His voice was hoarse as he said, "Kong Lingyuan, your origin Dao has actually recovered. This is beyond my expectations. Did Zhang Tao do this?" The frail-looking youth was none other than Kong Lingyuan, who was ranked top 10 in the rank 9 ranking list. Fan Ping had never seen him before, but he had heard of him many times. Kong Lingyuan sighed softly. "Originally, I should have entered the catacombs and killed a rank 9 to announce my return. I didn't expect that my first opponent after returning would be you. Are you surprised?" "I'm not surprised. I knew that Zhang Tao had a backup plan. I thought it was Qingyaozu. I didn't expect it to be you. Relying on external forces to step into the top, and not necessarily achieving it, is it better than walking your own path? You don't know how much Fan Ping has contributed to Sino Nation. Why must you kill Fan Ping? I'm old. After so many years, the progress of Origin Dao has been extremely slow. A great war is about to break out. I can't wait any longer." The red-robed Grand Elder sighed softly and then sneered. "Kong Lingyuan, I'm different from you guys. Zhang Tao and Li Jin value you guys. They don't hide anything from you. They don't hold any grudges. What about me? There's me in the Great War, but there aren't many benefits. I've fought for Sino Nation for decades. In the end, what have I gotten?" The Grand Elder laughed bitterly. "Nothing. All I've gotten is a body full of pain. If it weren't for the benefits the catacombs gave me all these years, perhaps I would have stepped on the road to death. Do people like Wu Chuan and Zhang Weiyu qualify to be older than me? Are their abilities really stronger than mine? But in the end, all of them have surpassed me. The rank 9 divine weapons belong to them. The ultimate arts belong to them. I don't worry about poverty, but I worry about inequality. Take Fan Ping for example. No matter how much he contributed, what benefits does it bring to me? The divine weapons he obtained, the life essence he gave, the imperishable substances he gave, did he give me anything? I used to be his protector, so what? Behind him, Fan Ping's face was lifeless. Disbelief was written all over his face. He muttered, "It's you! You! How could it be you? You're the cult Grand Elder? Do you recognize me?" The Grand Elder chuckled and regained his composure. He said softly, "It's me. It's unexpected but reasonable, isn't it?" Fan Ping's gaze was complicated. He growled in a low voice. Why? Just because it's unfair? What's unfair about it? Martial artists in the neo-martial arts era rely on themselves to fight for it. Martial artists must fight for it. Everything we have, we fought for it ourselves. Why do you think it's unfair that I didn't give you a divine weapon and the minister didn't give you an ultimate art? Everything is an excuse. The 9 grand elders of the cult have joined the cult for many years. At the end of the day, you're still selfish. Selfish? The red-robed grand elder said lightly. I've fought in the catacombs for many years. I've killed countless powerful enemies. MCMAU Vice-Chancellor, you hasn't killed as many enemies as I have. Am I selfish? I've also fought bloody battles and protected humans. Even so, Zhang Tao and the rest still don't trust me. I don't exist in the core ranks. Just because our ideals are different? Just because we don't belong to the same sect? Ha! Suppressing dissidents is everywhere, all the time. Fan Ping, you've overestimated Zhang Tao and the rest. They're more selfish and shameless than I am. Fan Ping's expression was ugly. He cursed abruptly. Mother ***, I used to admire you. I can't believe you've become the cult's lackey. Have you considered your family? The red-robed old man chuckled. I have. That's why they don't know what I'm doing. They don't know anything. It doesn't matter if you imprison or confine them. Will you kill them? Zhang Tao and Li Jin are fishing for fame and compliments. They claim that in the neo-martial arts era, everyone is equal and families should not be harmed. I'm guilty, they're innocent. Fan Ping. Do you think they'll be killed? They will. If you kill me, MCMAU will exterminate all of you. Don't think I'm joking. Try me if you don't believe me. The Grand Elder snorted. The next moment, a Chan now sliced through the air. At this time, a folding fan appeared in front of the frail-looking youth. The fan unfolded instantly, and a loud explosion was heard. On the surface of the sea, sparks flew everywhere. Monstrous waves rose again. Why bother? Kong Lingyuan sighed. As long as I'm here, you can't kill him. Give up. If you leave now, you might still have a chance to live. If you don't leave now, when the minister and the rest return, you'll definitely die. Since I'm here, I have no intention of leaving. Rumble. While the two of them were talking, the divine Chan Dao and the divine folding fan had crossed paths many times in the void. The energy waves that erupted overturned Fan Ping a few times. Fan Ping fled hurriedly. So powerful. Was this the strength of a top-notch powerhouse below the absolute peak? In the past, he had seen Nen Yunhua and the rest fight, but he never had a clear idea. This was because when Nen Yunhua and the rest fought, their opponents were also top-notch rank 9. When these powerhouses fought, they were too far away from him. He felt that they were not even as good as Li Changxing. Old Man Li had killed a rank 9 before. Not just one, and he had killed them quite easily. This time, however, Fan Ping came to a realization. In terms of strength, Old Man Li was most likely not a match for these people. There was no other reason. The enemies these people usually fought were powerhouses of the same rank as them. Hence, it was especially difficult for them to fight. It also showed that the difference in strength was not big. It was not as shocking as when Old Man Li killed his enemies instantly. 5 elders, Grand Elder, 3rd, 6th, 8th, and 9th had all appeared. At this time, Fan Ping was still extremely vigilant. Just these people? If it was just these people, it was still not enough. In these few battlefields, other than the Fallen Star Army who were at a disadvantage, the other places were not at a disadvantage. As for him, at this moment, he was still free. At this time, Qing Fengqing, who had just escaped, suddenly ran in this direction, roaring, F***CK, there are so many more in front, more than 10 rank 7s and 8s, run! As he spoke, he could already see figures behind him. More than 10 masked powerhouses were rushing here at high speed. Rank 7 and 8's powerhouses' ability to conceal their auras was not as rank 9, so they had been lingering in the periphery. When the battle started, these people rushed over quickly, to prevent being discovered by Fang Ping and the rest in advance. However, the arrival of so many people was enough to change the situation. Fang Ping glanced at Kong Lingyuan and the rest, suddenly shouting, "Qin Fengqing, go help the instructor and the rest. Leave those bastards to me. Can you do it? 5 rank 8s, 10 rank 7s. Cut the crap. No problem." Qin Fengqing did not say another word, charging toward Lu Fengru and the rest, laughing loudly. "A weak rank 9, I love bullying the weak the most. Trash, you're the most cowardly. Who else should I fight if not you? You have a death wish." Ninth Elder smashed Huang Jing's arm with one palm. Without another word, he suddenly broke away from the attack, charging toward Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing roared, "Mother ***, you're crazy. I've just reached rank 7, and you want to kill me? Are you crazy? Is everyone in your family idiots? You've joined an evil sect. Has your brain been muddled by the evil sect? Get lost, don't chase me." Under everyone's dumbfounded gazes, Ninth Elder chased after Qin Fengqing directly. Behind, Li Hansong roared, "Go after him." Qin Fengqing had just entered rank 7, the other party had caught up to him. Even if it was a weak rank 9, he could kill him in 3 moves at most. For powerhouses, 3 moves was just a matter of the blink of an eye. Li Hansong and the rest chased after Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing, who was running wildly, was still cursing. "You dog, chasing me, are you crazy? I'm running so fast, can you catch up? Believe it or not, when I'm running away, you're still hiding in the sewers pretending to be a mouse. Stop hiding your aura, do you think I don't know you? When I see how much you hate me, I know you've been scolded by me before. I've only scolded a few rank 9s, you must be one of them, F***ck, so you're a Sino rank 9? It can't be, right? Why are there so many evil sect martial artists in Sino Nation? Don't tell me the big pope is from Sino Nation? You're still chasing. If you keep chasing, I'm going to flip out. I'm really going to flip out." As he spoke, Ninth Elder was less than 500 meters away from him, blasting a punch through the air. A gigantic fist made entirely of energy blasted toward Qin Fengqing. Qin Fengqing roared, light bursting from his feet, his rank 7 combat boots giving off sparks. He ran a few hundred meters in a flash. Fan Ping's rank 7 combat boots. Fan Ping, who had forged rank 9 combat boots, did not give the rank 7 combat boots modified by Zhang Tao to anyone else, but to Qin Fengqing. As Qin Fengqing ran, he roared at Fan Ping in front of him. "Fan Ping, I can't outrun him. Switch, you finish him, I'll finish those rank 7s and 7s. Get lost. No way, then I'm going to your side, let's do it together. Don't come. Get lost, what will I do if you come? I don't care, I'm going." As he spoke, Qin Fengqing was already flying toward Fang Ping. Seeing that, Fang Ping cursed. "Damn it, Qin Fengqing, are you trying to F***king kill me? If we join forces, we'll be invincible, what's there to be afraid of?" Behind, Li Hansong cursed. "Qin Fengqing! Damn it, you're crazy, hurry up and get lost." Ninth Elder was chasing after Qin Fengqing, but seeing Qin Fengqing running toward Fang Ping, he suddenly realized that today's main mission was to kill Fang Ping. How would he have time to care about Qin Fengqing? At this moment, Qin Fengqing happened to forget about running toward Fang Ping. There were still many evil sect rank 7 and 8 martial artists in front of Fang Ping. The opportunity was here. And this opportunity was created by Qin Fengqing. Ninth Elder laughed in his heart. Although he was pissed off by Qin Fengqing previously, at this moment, he had to thank Qin Fengqing, or else, he would not have created this situation. In front of him, Fang Ping was already fleeing at high speed, but Qin Fengqing was still yelling. "Don't run! If you run, I'll be blocked!" Fang Ping's footsteps halted, and with this pause, those evil sect rank 7 and 8 martial artists had already formed an encirclement. Fang Ping's anger could not be contained, he roared. "Idiot! In this life, I've never fallen on anyone but you, bastard, go and die. I didn't do it on purpose, get lost. As soon as he said that, both of them were already together. Without another word, Qin Fengqing suddenly hugged Fang Ping, his body glowing with a golden light. That was the imperishable substance that Fang Ping had given him. Outside, those rank 7 and 8 martial artists had already surrounded them. At this moment, Fang Ping's golden house suddenly appeared, enveloping himself and Qin Fengqing. At the same time, a big box appeared, which Fang Ping threw out instantly. Then, Fang Ping's golden house fell into the sea. Boom! In the next moment, a deafening sound was heard. Ah! A series of screams rang out. Ninth Elder, who had just surrounded them, was flung out rapidly, his golden body bursting with brilliant light. Waves of shockwaves hit his golden body, tearing it apart, golden blood dripping continuously. Not far away, Li Hansong and the others were also doing their best to resist the impact of the huge force, flying out one after another. The sound of the explosion was deafening, and the sky erupted with dazzling light, blinding everyone temporarily. At the same time, Magic City, along the coast. Towering waves came crashing, and hundreds of martial artists were resisting along the coastline. The deafening sound of the explosion deafened some of the martial artists' ears. Someone's face was full of shock. Was this the movement of a breakthrough to rank 8? The island was tens of li away from here, and this movement was a little scary. Moreover, it seemed like it was not just in one place, the sound of the explosion was everywhere. Could it be thunder calamity? Countless energy explosions in the air. Even though they were so far away, some of the houses were shaking, the glass had long been shattered. Someone murmured, "No wonder they told us not to go near, and even asked us to be on guard against the tsunami. This movement is too scary." Chapter 703. Monstrous waves rose. The screams were endless. Hundreds of kilograms of the latest generation of explosives exploded in an instant, comparable to the power of a small tactical nuclear bomb. Moreover, it was an explosion at such a close distance, almost no one could dodge it. The speed of the explosion was as high as 10,000 meters per second. Rank 8 powerhouses had golden body defense, but rank 7 martial artist physiques were not strong, at least relatively not strong enough. The moment the rumbling explosion sounded, the screams came from these rank 7 martial artists. Fang Ping! At this moment, Ninth Elder, who had already flown out of the core explosion circle, roared furiously, his anger at the peak. Not only Fang Ping, but also that bastard Qin Fengqing. That bastard did it on purpose. He brought these people back on purpose. If these people did not see the opportunity, the rank 7 and 8 martial artists would not have surrounded and killed Fang Ping. Despicable! With a roar, Ninth Elder punched the surface of the sea. In the sea, there were no signs of life. Ninth Elder's expression changed. Not far away, Eighth Elder, who was fighting with Nan Yinping and the rest, shouted, "Don't go into the sea!" Fang Ping could hide his aura, everyone knew this. Once he went into the sea, it would be dangerous. After Eighth Elder shouted further away, First Elder repelled Kong Lingyuan with a saber and shouted coldly, "Fang Ping! Come out! Don't you have the mentality clone that Legion gave you? Do you think we don't know that we'll go into the sea and let you plot against us? If you don't come out, I'll slaughter all your friends and family." As soon as he finished speaking, on the other side of the sea, Fang Ping was in a rather sorry state. The golden house had already been put away, and he leaped out of the sea, laughing. "I'm so scared. Go kill my family. Go if you can. See if I, Fang Ping, will even frown. Chief, you're old, really old." Fang Ping laughed loudly. In the neo-martial era, who hasn't had their family members die? So what if they're dead? I'll only be more motivated. Go! Today you killed my family, tomorrow I'll slaughter your family too. Your son, your grandson, your disciples, do you think I, Fang Ping, can't do it? After saying that, Fang Ping rebuked him angrily. That day when you made a move in Nanjiang's catacombs, you could be considered to have saved our lives. I, Fan Ping, am not an ungrateful person. It's just that I don't have the qualifications to do so now. I didn't expect that you would still bear a grudge against me. In the past, I once thought about how difficult it was for you, Zhao Xingwu, to hold up the world of sex, to hold up the heavens, to be the only top powerhouse to enter the top 10 of the rank 9 ranking list outside of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures. The only person I acknowledge in the martial arts world is you, Zhao Xingwu. Now that I've said these words, I won't rest until one of us is dead. Zhao Xingwu said coolly. This old man doesn't need your worship. I don't need you to sigh about how difficult it is for me. Since all of you think that the sex have decayed and become a thing of the past, then let the era of sex end in this old man's hands. Fan Ping scolded. What right do you have to represent the sex? In the past, you were the pillar of the martial arts world, but today, you are the disgrace of the martial arts world. Whenever Division Head Zhang and the others mentioned the world of sex, the one they approved of the most was Zhao Xingwu. But it was difficult for everyone else. Did Senior Wu Chuan have a rank 9 divine weapon before? He was even one of the 4 great guardians. He didn't even have one. As far as I know, only Commander Li Daong and Dean Li have ultimate arts. They were all passed down by Commander Li. That was because Commander Li needed to find a successor. Are you on the same path as him? You actually joined an evil sect early on. Some sects in the martial arts world view you as a god, but today, you are their disgrace. There's no point in saying more. During the Battle of the Forbidden Catacombs, if you had given Ji Yao's divine weapon to this old man wouldn't have attacked you today. Among the top 10 rank 9 in the ranking list, only this old man doesn't have a rank 9 divine weapon. How laughable. I thought that Ji Yao gave up the divine weapon and would eventually fall into my hands. The laughable thing is that Zhang Tao considered giving it to Xie Yifan, Nan Yunwei considered giving it to Zhong Qinghuan, and Li Jun considered giving it to Gui Xian. Zhao Xingwu chuckled. Among the leaders of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures, has anyone considered this old man? Too laughable. If this old man had a rank 9 divine weapon, my combat strength would far surpass Wu Chuan and the rest. In the end, you would rather give it to a martial artist who just entered rank 8 than to me. This is what you guys mean by doing everything you can to improve humanity's ability. What a joke! Zhao Xingwu mocked himself. Very quickly, he regained his composure. While exchanging blows with Kong Lingyuan in the air, he said softly, Don't waste time. I won't give you any time. A mentality avatar at the Paragon level isn't omnipotent. Kong Lingyuan is no match for me. You don't want this old man to kill Lu Fengru and the rest later, do you? Surrender yourselves, and this old man will let them go. With just you? Fan Ping let out a cold humph. Looking at Ninth Elder and a few rank 8 powerhouses who were surrounding him, seeing that the rank 8 powerhouses' golden bodies were about to collapse, he sneered. Do you dare to come near me? If you do, I'll give you a Paragon avatar. Let's see if you dare! As soon as he finished speaking, a jade sword appeared in his hand. He looked around and laughed. Come on! A weak rank 9 and a few rank 8s. Let's see if you dare to come. Ninth Elder did not bat an eyelid. At this moment, he was extremely calm. He said slowly, These won't change anything. Kill you, naturally, someone will do it. As soon as he finished speaking, Ninth Elder waved his hand heavily. The 5 rank 8s retreated instantly and started fighting with Lu Fengru and the rest who were chasing after them. At the same time, Fan Ping let out a loud roar, unleashing his full strength once again. His rank 9 combat boots shone brilliantly, and he left the spot. A rumble was heard. A faint crack appeared in the void. In the blink of an eye, a figure appeared in a flash, sighing softly. How sharp, but you still have to die. Fan Ping, in order to kill you, the divine sect has turned out in full force this time. Not far away, Fan Ping spat out fresh blood. His eyes flickered. Who are you? At this moment, A burly figure appeared where he was standing just now. This person was also wearing a mask. As for his burly figure, this was not the standard to judge. The Pope of the sect of creation. The second elder of the Salvation Hall. The burly martial artist responded mildly. Fang Ping grinned. Amazing! Really amazing! In order to kill me, they actually sent out 6 grand elders. The top 3 elders are all here. Should I be proud? The Pope of the creation. I know you! Most of the people who tried to kill me were from the sect of creation. The ones who attacked and killed ordinary people were also from the sect of creation. Since you're here, a group of rank 9 powerhouses, why hide your identity? Do you really think you can hide? Rumble! An explosive sound exploded where Fang Ping was standing. The light under Fang Ping's feet shone brilliantly. Blood spurted from his mouth, and he flew backward hundreds of meters. He gritted his teeth and said, "Wait for me to finish! What's the hurry?" The second elder who had just arrived ignored him and charged toward Fang Ping again. A Zen staff appeared out of thin air beside Fang Ping. Fang Ping laughed loudly. "So it's you! I didn't expect you to surprise me. There are so many surprises today," the second elder said calmly. "Since I'm here, I didn't think of hiding." As soon as he finished speaking, the mask on his face shattered, revealing his true face. "Varna! It's really you!" Fang Ping gritted his teeth. Varna was Tumen's elder. He was also the rank 9 powerhouse who guarded the battlefield that day. He was from the ancient Buddha sacred land. Fang Ping had seen him before. When he went to the battlefield that day, this old monk had already expressed his sadness to him. "Good, very good. The people from the ancient Buddha sacred land are here. The people from the Andes are here. The leader of the Sino nation sects is here too. Who is this Zali Karo?" In the distance, Bei Gongyan laughed loudly. "People from the nation of gods. Fang Ping, if you don't die, you'll earn big this time." The powerhouses from the 3 great holy lands are actually people from the evil sect. The minister will stand up for you, the second elder said lightly. "We'll talk about that when you're alive." As soon as he finished speaking, the second elder broke through the air. He held the Zen staff in his hand and struck at Fang Ping. "Mother ********************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************************** He threw the jade sword and ran. The second elder retreated immediately. The light on his body exploded to the limit. He roared, "You want to kill me with just this? Dream on." Not far away, the ninth elder retreated hurriedly. He was not going to participate in the fight. Instead, he was going to kill Lu Fengru and the others. He had just retreated when someone cried out from behind. F***ck, I'm hiding here. You're coming too. The person behind him was none other than Qin Feng Qing. The ninth elder had been angered half to death by him. He did not expect this guy to suddenly appear behind him. Fan Ping had helped him conceal his aura. Now that he had escaped 1,000 meters away, Qin Fengqing's aura was exposed. Go to hell. The ninth elder was overjoyed. He did not expect to run into a rank 9. No matter how weak he was, he could still kill an early-stage rank 7. Just as the ninth elder was about to attack Qin Feng Qing suddenly roared, "I'll fight you to the death." The ninth elder sneered. An early-stage rank 7 martial artist wanted to fight him to the death? The thought had just emerged when Qin Feng Qing suddenly threw a round ball. The ninth elder's expression changed drastically. "Fan Ping, I'm bleeding a lot, ha ha ha." At this moment, laughter was heard from the void. A figure appeared. As soon as he appeared, he threw a punch at the ninth elder. "Warlord." The ninth elder's expression changed drastically. With a roar, he used flight step to escape. "You think you can escape? You're wasting my mentality. Don't mess around." Rumble! The void exploded immediately with this punch. A huge crack appeared on the ocean. The entire sky seemed to have darkened. "No!" The ninth elder's mask shattered instantly. His face was full of disbelief and indignation. Why was the warlord's mentality avatar in Qin Fengqing's hands? Everyone knew that Fan Ping had a mentality avatar. That was why they asked the second elder to kill Fan Ping, because the second elder had the ability to resist. However, he definitely did not have this ability. He thought that killing a rank 7 would be a piece of cake. Who knew that Qin Fengqing had a mentality avatar in his hands? Qin Fengqing had already escaped. He laughed. You really thought that I went to show off after breaking through? Idiot. But, Fan Ping, it's not worth it to kill a weak rank 9. From afar, Fan Ping roared, the warlord's mentality is weak. He won't die from fighting the origin path. It's more cost-effective. In the void, the warlord's mentality avatar had yet to dissipate. Upon hearing that, he said angrily, Kid, you. Fan Ping ignored him. You're just a mentality avatar. It's just a program. Now that the program is destroyed, can you still go back and complain? So what if I say your mentality is weak? You're not as strong as old Zhang. Qin Fengqing left MCMAU earlier to look for Fatty Jiang. Fan Ping did not want the mentality avatar. It would be unexpected if it was in Qin Fengqing's hands. Everyone knew that Fan Ping would have it. No one would have thought that Fan Ping would give it to Qin Fengqing, who was the weakest here. Although the mentality avatar was strong, rank 9 powerhouses were prepared and on guard. At the crucial moment, the origin path powerhouse would block it. It might not be able to kill. Now, the 9th elder was dead meat. Damn it! At the same time, Varna cursed. It was fake. The jade sword that Fan Ping threw out was actually fake. Damn it! Varna was furious. He was defending with all his might just now and missed the chance to save 9th elder. The warlord threw a punch. He was still defending against the jade sword's explosion. As soon as he finished cursing, a shrill scream was heard. In the void, the 9th elder's body cracked instantly. Then, he was swallowed by the black rift. Fan Ping roared. Who knows him? The 9th elder's mask was shattered, revealing his face. Fan Ping did not know this guy. He was not a Sino-nation martial artist. On the other side, among Lu Fengre and the others who were suppressing the 5 rank 8s, a rank 8 powerhouse from the Wuhan military shouted. It's Darwell, an independent powerhouse from the European continent. He's actually not from the Holy Land. What a pity! Fan Ping said as he fled into the distance. When the second elder caught up, he threw out another jade sword. The second elder's expression changed again. Did Fan Ping have a mentality avatar? Yes. These jade swords all carried Li Jin's aura. Should he defend or not? If he did not defend, if it was real and he did not defend, he would definitely die. But this bastard was too despicable. Fan Ping, I will kill you! You're not qualified yet. There are many catacombs true kings who shouted this. Who do you think you are? Having said that, Fan Ping roared. Qin Fengqing, go help the instructor and the others. If you guys can't kill the 5 rank 8 who were blown up and severely injured by the bombs, it's a waste of Warlord's mentality avatar. Qin Fengqing laughed loudly, flying toward Li Hansong and the others quickly. He laughed and said, I killed a rank 9 today. I'm number 1 on the rank 7 ranking. At this time, Li Hansong was fighting with a rank 8 powerhouse. His divine armor was cracking. When he heard what Qin Fengqing said, he scolded. A paragon avatar killed a weak rank 9. You F** king trash, how dare you talk nonsense? Get lost. If I give it to you, you can't even kill a weak rank 9. Nonsense, why don't you try? I only have one. There's no more. All of you, shut up. At this moment, Huang Jing's arm was broken. His body flickered with golden light, recovering his arm quickly. He roared, What time is it? Kill these bastards quickly and help the Fallen Star military. The 6 rank 8 powerhouses of the Fallen Star military were being beaten back by the black-robed martial artist Murta. Their golden bodies were starting to crumble. Now, the only side that had the upper hand was them. 5 rank 8 powerhouses and 7 rank 7 powerhouses. These people, equipped with divine weapons, surrounded and killed the 5 rank 8 powerhouses who did not have divine weapons. The powerhouses who even had their golden bodies blown up by the bombs earlier were now the battle circle with the greatest advantage. In other areas, although Kong Lingyuan's ranking was higher than Zhao Xingwu's, he had just recovered from his injuries. At this moment, he was actually not Zhao Xingwu's opponent. He was being suppressed badly. Zhao Xingwu's prowess was also beyond everyone's expectations. He did not have a rank 9 divine weapon. The broadsword in his hand was only a rank 7 divine weapon, whereas Kong Lingyuan was holding a rank 9 divine weapon. A powerhouse of origin who was holding a rank 9 divine weapon and ranked above Zhao Xingwu was actually not Zhao Xingwu's opponent. This was simply inconceivable. The most dangerous one was still Fang Ping. If it were not for him throwing the jade sword to block from time to time, he might have already been killed. Old Zhang, do you have any more tricks up your sleeves? Fang Ping roared. Even if he had reached rank 8, he was still sweating profusely at this moment. Varna was too strong. This powerhouse who guarded the battleground of the Imperial battleground was even stronger than Fang Ping had imagined. He might not be weaker than Wu Chuan. Fang Ping was so angry that he was about to vomit blood. The Grand Elder that old Zhang said was only comparable to Wu Chuan and the others. But now, Second Elder Varna already had Wu Chuan's ability. Zhao Xingwu was even suppressing Kong Lingyuan. If no one came, even if he threw Li Jin's jade sword, he might not be able to do anything. I still have a backup plan. At this moment, another figure flashed across the void. Dragon King Linlong sighed. I still underestimated the Pope's determination. Second Master, I thought you would not come. Varna's expression changed slightly. He snorted coldly. Old Seven? It's me. Just as I expected. The Pope said before that it was either you or the boss. I didn't expect it to be you. Linlong laughed. So I've been exposed this early? I thought you would be surprised. Humph. Varna let out a low growl. The monk's staff in his hand suddenly let out a murmur, like a monk chanting. In the void, an ancient Buddha shadow appeared out of thin air and pressed down on Linlong rapidly. Varna, you're the direct descendant of the ancient Buddha. I'm really surprised that you would betray humans. Zhao Xingwu was not happy about being treated differently. Zelikro died in the catacombs back then. Maybe he was saved by the catacombs. Murta has always been ostracized in the Andes. Darway is an independent powerhouse, equivalent to a mercenary. I can understand both of them. But you're the direct descendant of the ancient Buddha's sacred lands, ancient Buddha. Your bloodline is no more than 3 generations. I didn't expect you to betray us. Varna said coldly. My ancestor has fallen. Out of the 8 major ancient Buddhas, only 7 are left. But these 7 people actually concealed my ancestor's fall and secretly let people cultivate my ancestor's path. Hateful, they deserve to be killed. I've stepped into the origin path for a long time. I'm of the same origin as my ancestor. If I were allowed to cultivate, I would have reached the peak long ago and become an ancient Buddha. But for their own selfishness, they excluded me and sent me to the restricted area to guard the battlefield. Linlong, should I betray them? Linlong was speechless. He sighed softly. Should he? Some things were hard to say. The 8 major ancient Buddhas had long heard that an ancient Buddha had actually fallen. But the news had never been confirmed. Now, it had been confirmed. Varna's ancestor had fallen. Moreover, the ancient Buddha's sacred land did not let Varna inherit it. Instead, they chose someone else. When the Yang family's elder ancestor had fallen, the first thought of Star City was to let Yang Daohong inherit the Yang family's elder ancestor's origin path. Linlong said no more. He was also a powerhouse who had stepped into the origin path, but his strength was slightly weaker than Varna's. Between the two of them, one wielded a Buddhist staff and the ancient Buddha's suppression. The other wielded a long spear, but they were beaten back continuously. In the distance, Fan Ping heaved a sigh of relief but felt somewhat helpless. Old Zhang had prepared a lot of backup plans. But it still did not work. Lin Long, Kong Lingyuan, and Bai Gongyan were all suppressed. Eighth Elder was fighting Nan Yunping and the rest. Lu Fengru and the rest were suppressing their opponents. But it could not change the fact that the 6 Fallen Stars army powerhouses were being beaten back by Murta. If this went on, in a minute at most, one of these 6 people would fall. More than 10 jade swords suddenly appeared in Fang Ping's hands. He leaped into the air and looked around. There are real and fake ones here. I'll throw them randomly later. Don't blame me for whoever is unlucky and dies, Fang Ping roared. In the distance, Zhao Xingwu shouted, Old 8, be careful! At this moment 8th Elder, the powerhouse who had just stepped into the origin path, was the weakest. The possibility of Fang Ping attacking him was the highest. The short-haired 8th Elder suddenly shouted angrily, Old 9 is dead! Does the Pope want to use us as sacrificial pawns and lure out the split bodies on purpose? Where are Elder 4 and Elder 5? Elder 2 is here. That traitor Lilong is here too. Where are they? Damn it! Bastards! 8th Elder was furious. At this moment, some things were very clear. Old 9's death might not be an accident. Before this, it was agreed that powerhouses would hold off the split bodies. But now there were 2, and they were not targeting the powerhouses. Varna and Zhao Xingwu did not help either, although both of them had their reasons. But if they really went to hold them, there might be a chance. After cursing, 8th Elder said angrily again. Before this, you said that the rank 9 had already left. Why are there so many people here? Zhao Xingwu was also angry. Bai Gongyan was in the plan. Kong Lingyuan recovered. I didn't expect that traitor Linlong. Linlong shattered a corner of the ancient Buddha's shadow with his spear. He laughed and said, Leader Zhao, I, Linlong, am not a traitor. Keep those words to yourself. Zhao Xingwu snorted coldly. Chan now sliced through the air and slashed Kong Lingyuan nearly 100 meters away. He said coldly, Useless. Golden blood flowed from the corner of Kong Lingyuan's mouth. He sighed softly. 10 years ago, would you have dared to say this? Kong Lingyuan, I said you were useless, not because of your strength. Among the origin powerhouses, you are the same as me. Other than the powerhouses of the 3 ministries and 4 prefectures, powerhouses like you who are directly under the central government are the least valued. The importance of you and Wan Yu is below that of Wu Quishan. Your origin is damaged. For 10 years, no one helped you at all. Now that you are needed, that's why they are treating you. What a joke! To think that you are so loyal to Zhang Tao and the others. Is it worth it? Kong Lingyuan chuckled. You are wrong. I am not selling my life for the Paragon. I am not selling my life for anyone. I am just following my heart, and doing what I should do. Fan Ping's survival is beneficial to humanity and everyone. That is enough. In the neo-martial era, the seniors advanced wave after wave, fighting until the end of their lives. Is there no hope for them to reach the Paragon? Are you and I the most outstanding group of people? No way. But when they are old, they rush to Mount Yuhai and fought until the end of their lives. Do they regret it? No one. Because we are not fighting for others. We are fighting for ourselves, for our descendants. Zhao Xingwu, you are old. You are really old. You are the cancer of the sect world. As soon as he finished speaking, a gigantic book appeared in front of Kong Lingyuan. At this moment, Kong Lingyuan's temperament changed drastically. He said coldly, Zhao Xingwu, the friendship of the past will be severed today. Before he finished speaking, in the void, characters emerged from the gigantic book. Like human silhouettes, they surrounded Zhao Xingwu from all directions. Petty tricks. This old man only has this saber in this life. I am Wu Wei Dao. Slash! Zhao Xingwu roared. His saber slashed through the void. The saber gleam soared into the sky and cracks appeared in the void. The golden characters shattered instantly. Kong Lingyuan's face was pale. He spat out a mouthful of blood and murmured, "Why, you are already so fast. Why, because I can't wait any longer." Zhao Xingwu roared coldly. As soon as he finished speaking, his saber slashed toward Fan Ping, who was 1,000 meters away. Fan Ping only felt that he was imprisoned. He roared angrily. The golden glow on his body was frighteningly dazzling. He did not believe it. Zhao Xingwu's slash from 1,000 meters away could kill him, a second-level rank 8 powerhouse. Fan Ping! At this moment, Kong Lingyuan and the others suddenly roared. Just as Zhao Xingwu slashed with his saber, a shadow appeared 100 meters above Fan Ping. A spear pierced downward. Someone else had arrived. Chapter 704. As the spear landed, Fan Ping's expression changed drastically. Without a word, he threw out the dozen jade swords in his hands. Humph! The person in the sky snorted coldly. The spear's shadow was like a dragon, shattering 7 to 8 jade swords in a row. However, the spear's momentum was hindered for a moment, and it was no longer aimed at Fan Ping. Fan Ping's expression changed again and again. He said furiously, "Mother Asterisk Cur, what did I do to you?" Having said that, the last jade sword appeared in his hand, and he threw it into the distance abruptly. Piercing air! This jade sword was the real jade sword. The spear-wielding powerhouse in the sky snorted again. Fan Ping's throw was not aimed at him, but at a shadow on the left. "Li Jin, this is not enough to kill me!" The person on the left did not hide his face at all. Holding a long sword, he had the appearance of a Westerner. Li Jin's mentality avatar did not have a human figure, only a sword that pierced through the sky. The sword pierced through the air, slashing countless cracks in the void. The powerhouse from the western country looked solemn, but he was not afraid. With a low growl, a dazzling sword glow erupted from the long sword. Rumble! A loud noise was heard, followed by a crack. The long sword in the person's hand broke and turned into dust. So powerful! Pluto lives up to his reputation. Large amounts of blood spilled from the western powerhouse's mouth. His head was directly cut in half, but in the next moment, he began to recover with difficulty. At this moment, Fan Ping was also slashed by Zhao Xingwu's saber glow. His golden body exploded with intense sparks, and the sound of metal clashing echoed throughout the sky. In the sky, the spear-wielding powerhouse saw that Li Jin's avatar had been used, and he no longer had any scruples. Laughing loudly, he descended from the sky, and his spear stabbed toward Fan Ping's head. 9 Grand Elders, all at once! At this moment, even Kong Lingyuan and the others looked extremely grim. 9 Grand Elders, other than Linlong who stood on Fan Ping's side, the other 8 were all here. This was something that no one expected. The evil sect had really turned out in full force. For Fan Ping, they turned out in full force. Other than the Pope, all the rank 9 powerhouses were here. The spear-wielding powerhouse was 4th Elder, and the sword-wielding powerhouse was 5th Elder. As 4th Elder attacked Fan Ping, he shouted, "Make it quick! Kill Fan Ping and retreat immediately!" Of the 9 great elders, the 9th had died in battle, and the 7th had betrayed the sect. The other 7 were all present. Once all of them were caught in one fell swoop, the cult would most likely be wiped out. Dream on! Right at this moment, 2 figures tore through the air and arrived. Void Piercer! Old Manly swung his sword with all his might. He did not slash at the spear-wielding powerhouse, but at the sword-wielding powerhouse who was severely injured by Li Jin's split body earlier. Wu Quishan was also wielding a 9th grade short sword. With a clang, the short sword pierced through the air and hit the long spear in the air, causing the spearhead to deviate. Fan Ping's left arm golden body was torn apart by the spear's aura and shattered into pieces. Fan Ping was close to tears. He yelled, "They're all here! That son of AB *TCH old Zhang, he's F *King here!" The 9 great elders had all come. If old Wu and old Li still did not come, he would be in danger. The spear-wielding powerhouse was furious that he did not manage to kill Fang Ping in one shot. He bellowed, "Bastard! What's going on? How did Wu Kuishan and Li Changxing get here so quickly?" It had only been less than 5 minutes. These powerhouses fought at an extremely fast speed. From start to end, it only took 3 to 4 minutes. Wu Kuishan and Old Man Li actually came out. Why? The 9 great elders came out at the same time. Although Old 7 had defected, 7 of the 8 great elders had stepped into origin and were extremely powerful. Yet, unforeseen events happened one after another. No one paid attention to him. Wu Kuishan appeared beside Fang Ping in an instant. On the other side, Old Man Li swung his sword. The 5th elder, who was already severely injured earlier, had a drastic change in expression. With a low roar, the destructive force surged out. He did not defend, but slashed at Li Changxing. Die! Die! Both of them roared at the same time. Rumble. It was as if a hole had been pierced in the sky. McMao. South Area Shore. Luo Yichuan repelled the waves with a spear. His expression changed again and again. He gritted his teeth and said, "More than 10 rank 9s! Damn it! What the hell is happening?" Ordinary people and middle and low-ranked martial artists could feel the monstrous movement in the sea at this moment. Even Magic City was shaking. However, many of these people thought that it was Fang Ping who was breaking through. But the high-ranked martial artists all knew what was happening. More than 10 rank 9 powerhouses were fighting on the sea. Not only rank 9s, but there were also many rank 7s and 8s. MC Mayu's high-ranked martial artists rushed to the seaside one after another, and began to disperse the tsunami. A great battle had broken out in the depths of the sea. If the monstrous waves were not dispersed soon, half of Magic City would be washed away. Even so, these powerhouses were still deeply worried. More than 10 rank 9s, dozens of rank 7s and 8s. One of the parties, no need to guess, was definitely Fang Ping's group. Who was the other party? At this moment, on the coast, Magic City's governor, a middle-aged man, looked into the distance and suddenly shouted, "Magic City's high-ranked martial artists, follow me to kill the enemy!" "Governor!" someone shouted in a low voice. Before the 3 ministers left, they had asked Magic City's governor not to participate in this battle. "There's an unforeseen event!" Magic City's governor also shouted in a low voice. It was beyond expectations. There were more than 10 rank 9s participating in the battle. This was not within his expectations. "Governor! You can't fight on your own. Right now, you can't distinguish between friend and foe. You, including you and me!" The powerhouse standing beside Magic City's governor sighed softly and added, "Yes, including you and me. If they were to participate in the battle now, no one would know if there were evil sect members lying in ambush. If they rebelled, it would be a disaster." Magic City's governor looked indignant. In the end, he shouted, "Disperse the tsunami and station everywhere to prevent unrest." Following Magic City's governor's shout, Magic City's local powerhouses began to move. However, they still could not hide their worry. What would be the outcome of this battle? If it was on the ground, it would be a war with the evil sect. But the evil sect? Where did so many powerhouses come from? Many people's impression of the evil sect was still that rank 7s were king and rank 8s were rare. Now, there were more than 10 rank 9s participating in the battle, and there were also many rank 7s and 8s. The evil sect had sent out at least 5 rank 9s. This was beyond many people's expectations. In the sea, Old Man Li and the sword-wielding powerhouse drew their swords. Between the 2 swords, the void shattered. Old Man Li laughed loudly. "That's all! Humph!" The sword-wielding elder let out a cold humph. If he had not been severely injured by Li Jin's sword earlier, Li Changxing would not have dared to underestimate him. Crack! The void shattered. Old Man Li's golden body flickered. He took dozens of steps in the void, a hole appearing in his chest. The person opposite him was in a worse state. His head that had just recovered was shattered again. Large amounts of imperishable matter gushed into his head and began to repair it. Over here, Wu Kuishan and the spear-wielding powerhouse had also begun to fight. Both of them fought in the void. The swords and spear gleams overflowed, scaring Fang Ping into fleeing hurriedly. After running for a while, Fang Ping roared, "There's no more, right? If there's more, I'll consider you the best." 9 high elders were here. Would the Pope come too? While he was roaring here, on the other side, black-robed Murta's staff erupted with a blinding golden glow. With a loud roar, the staff smashed the skull of a rank 8 powerhouse. "Li Yu!" Among the remaining 5 people, someone cried out in sorrow, his voice mournful. Someone from the fallen Star Army had died in battle. That was not all. Someone from the fallen Star Army had just died in battle. On Elder 8's side, Lu Pola was sent flying with a bang. His chest was pierced directly, falling into the sea. "Old Lu! Kill!" At this moment, Li Han Song roared furiously, hugging a rank 8 powerhouse. The 2 rank 8s from the One military seemed to be hesitating. They did not make a move immediately. That was because they would hurt Li Han Song if they made a move. However, Wang Jinyang, Yao Qingjun, and Qin Feng Qing did not hesitate at all. The 3 of them attacked at the same time, completely disregarding whether Li Han Song would be killed by mistake. Iron Head would not die so easily. "Kill!" The 3 of them roared, and there was an explosion. Li Han Song was blasted thousands of meters away, and the rank 8 powerhouse's head was smashed into pieces. Lu Fengru and the rest immediately followed up with another attack, destroying his life force. The battle was getting more and more intense. Powerhouses were starting to fall. On Kong Ling Yuan's side, he was sent flying continuously by Zhao Xingwu's attacks. He kept vomiting blood, but he held Zhao Xingwu back tightly. As an existence in the top 10 of the rank 9 ranking list, other than the top 5 and top 6, Kong Ling Yuan's ability was still extremely strong. Although he was slightly weaker than Zhao Xingwu, at this moment, he was holding Zhao Xingwu back with all his might. Zhao Xingwu could not escape. At this moment, Fan Ping's golden hut instantly enveloped Lu Fengru and the rest, enveloping everyone who was entangled in a fight. Other than Li Han Song, who was sent flying, everyone else entered the hut. "Kill them!" Fan Ping's eyes were about to pop. If he did not kill these people, if he did not help the fallen Star Army, the remaining 5 rank 8s would be killed very soon. At this moment, Fan Ping's side had 5 rank 8s and many rank 7s against 4 rank 8s. He had the absolute advantage. However, when Fan Ping had just enveloped them, the 4 of them suddenly revealed a strange smile. The divine sect will win. The 4 rank 8s seemed to have been waiting for a long time. The next moment, the 4 of them suddenly roared. Not good. Before the few Wuhan military powerhouses could say anything, a loud boom was heard. 4 rank 8s actually self-destructed at the same time. Bang! 4 rank 8 powerhouses self-destructed directly without saying anything. In the blink of an eye, Fan Ping's golden hut was blown up. Ah! Fan Ping screamed in disbelief. Rank 8. They had cultivated to rank 8. The 4 of them did not even resist, as if they had been waiting for him. When he had just enveloped them, they actually self-destructed. At this moment, his mentality was severely damaged. Large cracks appeared in his brain nucleus. His injuries were the heaviest. This was because the 4's main target was him, his golden hut. The golden hut that had just been completely repaired turned into a dilapidated hut once again. Fan Ping's golden body was even more damaged. Fengru. At this moment, Huang Jing, who was beside him, suddenly roared. Not far away, Wu Kuishan, who was fighting with the spear-wielding powerhouse, had a drastic change of expression. With a furious roar, the golden short sword instantly enlarged countless times, slashing a space rift. Fengru! Not far away from Fang Ping, Lu Fengru's torso was shattered, blood flowing from her mouth. Fang Ping dragged his broken body and rushed over hurriedly, yelling, "Vice-Chancellor, don't be distracted, I'm still here." At this moment, Wuquishan's shoulder was pierced by the spear-wielding powerhouse's spear, golden blood splattering in the void. Fang Ping rushed to Lu Fengru, a giant bottle appearing in his hand. That was the life essence he obtained from the forbidden catacombs. Fang Ping poured out the life essence and wrapped it around Lu Fengru, a giant golden ball appearing in his hand. Seeing Lu Fengru's mouth open and close, he grinned. Teacher is the best. Really amazing. You are my teacher, not Old Manly. Don't talk, it's okay, you won't die. I just got my revenge. I told you not to come, but you just had to come. Look at how much of my life essence and imperishable substance you wasted. Having said that, he looked at the people around him and roared. Go help the fallen star's military. Everyone gritted their teeth and did not stay any longer, charging into the distance. As Fang Ping helped Lu Fengru recover, he cursed. Zhang Tao is an idiot. I don't believe him anymore. Mother ***, damn it bastard, where's the backup plan? Fang Ping cursed as he dragged Lu Fengru and flew toward the sea. Lu Polo had fallen into the sea, he had to find him. At this moment, Fang Ping was also heavily injured, his cursing did not stop. As soon as he landed on the sea surface, Lu Polo rose from the sea. When he saw Fang Ping, he smiled weakly. Are you okay? Leave Fengru to me, don't stay here, find a place to stay. As he said that, Qin Feng Qing suddenly crashed into Fang Ping with a bang, chuckling. Is the direction accurate? Fang Ping shot him a look, exasperated. You won't die, why are you flying toward me? Do you have a conscience? My organs are broken, save me. Fang Ping cursed again. You're a piece of trash. You talk tough, but when it's time to use you, you're useless. Qin Feng Qing looked innocent. Rank 9. Fang Ping asked him to kill a rank 9. He was even a rank 9 who had stepped onto the origin path. As soon as he joined the battle circle, under the black-robed powerhouse's outburst, he was sent flying, almost killed in one move. Trash. Fang Ping cursed, tossing him more than 10 crystal books, shouting, Go kill him. Qin Fengqing's eyes lit up, then he suddenly looked guilty. F***CK. It was fake. That day when Chang Tao gave it to Fang Ping, he was there too, although he was still being burned by the energy fire. Using this to kill a origin powerhouse. Was he not looking for death? However, seeing Fang Ping winking at him, Qin Feng Qing immediately leaped into the air, shouting at Huang Jing and the rest. Move! Seeing the dozen crystal books in his hands, everyone retreated. Black-robed Murta's expression was solemn. In the distance, Varna, who was fighting with Lilong, shouted, It's fake, kill him! Bastard! Murta was furious, striking Qin Feng Qing with his staff. This despicable guy, he actually wanted to learn from Fang Ping. He had already used 2 mentality avatars. How could he still have so many more? Did he think he was a fool? He was grumbling in his heart, though. The Pope only told Varna some things, damn it! Qin Feng Qing was pale with fright, tossing the crystal books away casually, turning to run, yelling. Stop, stop, I was just scaring him, why did you guys really retreat? At this moment, 10 rank 8s and many rank 7 martial artists looked furious. At a time like this, he was still F***king joking. Just as everyone was thinking, Murta had already casually shattered the crystal books. The next second, however, his expression changed drastically, roaring in fear. Varna! Fang Ping, you brat, you've scolded me so many times, just you wait. In the distance, Fang Ping snorted coldly. Idiot! It's about to dissipate, do you think I'm afraid that you'll complain? Are all paragons this stupid? You! In the void, Zhang Tao's apparition was about to explode from anger. This was too much. Of course, this did not stop him from attacking. Hearing Varna's words, Murta really thought that it was fake, completely ignoring the crystal books, almost coming face to face with the apparition. At this moment, Zhang Tao's apparition grabbed hold of him, not killing him anymore. With a bang, a rift exploded on the spot. Following the disappearance of the rift, Murta also vanished completely from this world. This time, Everyone was dumbfounded. Really? Second Elder Varna's face was full of disbelief. In the distance, Zhao Xingwu was also boiling with rage, roaring. Bastard, damn it, Varna! I'll *CK your ancestors! Varna actually said it was fake. Otherwise, Murta would not be so careless. Varna was the Grand Pontiff's most trusted person. His relationship with Murta was also quite good. Both of them had cooperated privately a few times. Murta even knew Varna's true identity. However, no one would have thought that Varna would actually trick him. The big monk was also flustered and exasperated, roaring at the sky. How can this be? The Grand Pontiff said it was fake. Zhang Tao did not split his mentality avatar again. It was fake. Moreover, Zhang Tao had just split it once not long ago. How could he split it again? In the distance, Fang Ping sniggered. Another idiot! Do you really think everyone else is an idiot? Don't think I don't know that Qin Fengqing's cauldron is fishy. Hee hee, is it fun or not? Am I smart or not? Is old Zhang smart or not? You can even infiltrate my MC Mayu, the Grand Pontiff is amazing. Too bad I and old Zhang are smarter than you guys. You bunch of idiots, old Zhang could have given this to me at any time, why did you have to give it here? The more I look at you guys, the dumber you get. Just take it as the fate of a cult. Varna almost vomited blood in anger. In the distance, Qin Fengqing grinned wildly, saying, Ha ha ha, I killed 2 rank 9s. And an origin path, F*CK, I'm too amazing. Everyone ignored him. Fang Ping continued shouting. Go and kill that old 8. Since you're here this time, leave a few of them for me. As he said that, Old Man Li shouted from the other side. Come to me first, kill this guy, he's dead neat. At this moment, Old Man Li and the other party were exchanging blows, both of them fighting until their golden bodies collapsed again and again. However, Old Man Li was eating imperishable substances like snacks, and Fifth Elder was injured by Li Jin's avatar. Under such circumstances, although his ability was not weaker than Old Man Li's, his golden body had completely collapsed at this time, not even recovering. Old 5! Zhao Xingwu roared, flustered and exasperated, yelling again. Old 3, what are you doing? Among the top 3 Grand Elders, he was entangled by Kong Lingyuan. Although Varna and Linlong were fighting, although he was slightly better, it was not by much. On the other hand, it was Third Elder who was fighting Bei Gonghai, forcing him to retreat. At this time, he was the only one who could get away and rush over. He's here! In the distance, Third Elder laughed. A golden dagger pierced through the air, piercing through Bei Gonghai's skull and sending him flying thousands of meters away. Then, Third Elder rushed over quickly. Bei Gonghai let out a low roar. The golden dagger on his skull was shattered. In the next moment, the hole on his skull was restored to its original state, and he rushed over. Both of them rushed toward Li Changxing, one in front and one behind. Fang Ping ran away hurriedly. If he did not run, this Third Elder would definitely kill him. Now that Fifth Elder was in danger, if he ran away, Third Elder would probably save him. Just as Third Elder rushed over, Zhao Xingwu suddenly said angrily, There's not enough time! Quick, Old 3, kill Fang Ping first! No, save me! Fifth Elder roared. If Third Elder did not save him, he would definitely die. He was already heavily injured. Now that Li Changxing was exchanging blows with him, his injuries were at their worst. There were also more than 10 rank 7 and 8 powerhouses glaring at him. If this went on, he would definitely die. Third Elder hesitated for a moment. At this time, he suddenly thought of something and said loudly, Second Elder, I'll deal with Linlong. You kill Li Changxing. Varna was stronger. He had no problem dealing with Linlong. Even if Bei Gonghai was still behind him, he was stronger than Bei Gonghai. He could hold off both of them for a short while. Varna did not hesitate either. He quickly led Linlong to converge with him. Linlong panicked, but he was no match for Varna. Behind him, Bei Gonghai also shouted hurriedly, Quickly surround and kill that guy! Once Varna was free, the situation would become even more dangerous. In this battle, he had already used 3 mentality avatars. There was a high chance that Fang Ping did not have any left. Once Varna finished off Li Changxing and saved Fifth Elder, the situation of today's battle would be reversed. As they spoke, the 4 rank 9 powerhouses were about to converge. At this moment, Bei Gonghai's expression changed slightly. Just as the Third Elder and Valna met up, something unexpected happened. Kill! Bei Gonghai, Third Elder, and Linlong unleashed their strongest attacks at the same time. Destructive energy and origin energy appeared. The 3 of them joined forces to attack Varna. Third Elder, who was almost next to Varna, had several small golden daggers in his hands. In the blink of an eye, they pierced into Varna's body. Zali Karo! Varna's eyes were about to pop out of their sockets. Zali Karo, damn it! Varna could not believe it. He could not imagine that Zali Karo would betray him. How? Why? Bei Gonghai and Linlong could not believe it either. However, this did not stop them from unleashing their full strength. Taking advantage of the moment when Varna was tricked by Zali Karo, they roared and attacked Varna at the same time. Before this, Bei Gonghai's expression changed instantly because of Zali Karo's signal. He did not expect Zali Karo to be one of them. Rumble! This explosion blasted a huge hole in the surface of the sea. Copious amounts of seawater evaporated, and an incomparably huge black hole appeared on the surface of the sea. Even the soil at the bottom of the sea was swept up. In the blink of an eye, the seawater flowed backward. The sound of turbulent seawater colliding formed a huge whirlpool on the surface of the sea. In the void, an ancient Buddha illusion was still struggling violently. The 3 elemental path powerhouses had joined forces to attack with all their might, but they were tricked again. Varna's physical body exploded almost instantly. The mentality materialization was not broken yet, but against 3 powerhouses, how could it stand a chance? Zali Karo! His mentality emitted an ear-piercing roar. Varna did not expect that he would die at Zali Karo's hands. It should not. It should not be. How could Zali Karo betray him? The sect he had founded had no lack of killings over the years. If Linlong looked like a traitor, Zali Karo did not look like one at all. Even the Pope had never suspected Zali Karo. Not only was Varna in disbelief, even Fang Ping was stunned. What's with all the commotion today? Was this old Zhang's backup plan? If it was, Fang Ping could not help but say, old Zhang was really amazing. Second Elder Varna was incomparably powerful. He was definitely a powerhouse on the same level as Wu Chuan, but he was tricked to death just like that. One had to know that Fang Ping had consecutively used several mentality avatars, but he did not attack these few. It was because they were too powerful, difficult to kill, and ineffective. That was why he had given up. However, who knew that the big monk, Varna, would be tricked and killed by his own people? Zali Karo! At this moment, Zhao Xingwu and the rest were also in a daze. The next moment, Zhao Xingwu let out a roar, slashing Kong Lingyuan backward with his saber, howling in grief. Old 4, Old 8, retreat! They could not continue fighting. Among the 9 High Elders, Old 3 and Old 7 had betrayed them. Old 2, Old 6, and Old 9 had been killed one after another. Now that Old 5 was heavily injured, he might not be able to escape. If the remaining few did not leave, even if he, Zhao Xingwu, was incomparably powerful, he might still fall here. Zhao Xingwu's attack forced Kong Lingyuan to retreat, but Kong Lingyuan followed him stubbornly, shouting, "Leave all of them, don't let any of them go. Just you alone!" Zhao Xingwu's Changnao slashed again and again. The rank 7 Changnao actually slashed out cracks in the void, and the Changnao began to crumble. However, it was also because of this that Kong Lingyuan was constantly being slashed and retreated, his golden body beginning to collapse. Too powerful. Zhao Xingwu was definitely not weaker than Zhang Weiyu. Chapter 705. Old 4, old 8, let's go! Zhao Xingwu continued to roar as he beat Kong Lingyuan until he kept retreating. Eighth Elder was fighting with Nan Yunping and the rest. He had the absolute upper hand. Qin Yaoting's golden body was almost broken, but he was also inexplicably sorrowful. He gritted his teeth and gathered at Zhao Xingwu's side. They had to go. They did not expect two traitors among the 9 great elders. Zélie Caro, who was almost impossible to be a traitor, had actually betrayed them. If Zélie Caro had not betrayed them and killed Varna, they still had a chance in this battle. Not only Zélie Caro, but Wu Quishan and Li Changxing's quick appearance was also unexpected. Why? Great Pope! Why? Eighth Elder was extremely sorrowful. At this moment, he suspected that the Great Pope had tricked them. But why? Varna was dead, Murda was dead. Among the 9 great elders, only these two seemed to know the true identity of the Great Pope. And now, both of them were dead. Could it be that the Great Pope had deliberately killed them to hide his identity? Not far away, Beigong Xian and the other two had killed Varna and were already charging toward them. Eighth Elder's expression changed drastically. However, the next moment, he suddenly heaved a sigh of relief. The 3 of them were actually charging toward the spear-wielding 4th Elder. The spear-wielding 4th Elder was still entangled by Wu Quishan. When he saw this scene, his face was full of despair. The 4 powerhouses were all elemental Dao powerhouses. Zélie Caro's ranking was even higher than his, ranking 3rd among the 9 great elders. He was not even a match for Zélie Caro one-on-one, let alone 4. Great Elder! 4th Elder roared. Now, he could only rely on Zhao Xingwu to save him. Zhao Xingwu cursed angrily. He looked around and roared. Old 8, come here quickly! At this moment, the only person he could save was 8th Elder. He could not save the other 2. As soon as he finished speaking, Zhao Xingwu's rank 7 divine Chang Dao shattered into dust. However, this slash also slashed Kong Lingyuan's book into pieces. Kong Lingyuan spat out a mouthful of blood and fell directly into the sea. Zhao Xingwu's face was also pale. He did not care about anyone and went straight for 8th Elder. Seeing this, Fang Ping suddenly roared. Old Chen, retreat! Don't stop them! Qin Yaoting and the rest were only rank 8s. How could they be Zhao Xingwu's opponent? If they tried to stop him, they would definitely die. Qin Yaoting's face was filled with anger and unwillingness. Nan Yunping also roared. Zhao Xingwu, why? Why did you betray us? Even now, she couldn't believe it. She and Zhao Xingwu were martial artists of the same generation, and they even had a good relationship. Zhao Xingwu was the pillar of the martial arts world, the final backbone that held it up. But now, Zhao Xingwu had betrayed them. He was the great elder of the cult. Zhao Xingwu snorted and coldly said, Nan Yunping, this Zhao is not a traitor. I just don't want to work for Zhang Tao and the others anymore. You can think whatever you want, but since we've known each other for so many years, get out of the way, otherwise, don't blame me for being ruthless. Zhao Xingwu! Nan Yunping was filled with grief and indignation. Beside her, Wang Qinghai and Qin Yaoting didn't say anything and hurriedly pulled her away. Zhao Xingwu met up with the 8th Elder in an instant. Looking around, he let out a sad sigh and, without a word, flew into the air and fled. Great Elder! Alliance Leader Zhao! The 4th Elder and 5th Elder roared in despair. If Zhao Xingwu left, they would definitely die. Zhao Xingwu ignored them, his speed incomparably fast. At this moment, in the distance, a sigh sounded. I didn't think it would be you. Since you've come, then don't leave. Li Zhen! Zhao Xingwu's terrified voice sounded. He was furious to the extreme. At this time, a sky-piercing sword aura slashed towards him. Want to kill me? It won't be that easy! In the void, a long saber instantly formed, the void trembled, and the saber slashed towards where the sword aura was. Absolute will covered him, he couldn't run, couldn't hide. Only Li Zhen's sword aura could be defeated. Separated by hundreds of miles, Li Zhen might not be able to kill him. Absolute was not strong to this extent. Too bad you're not Zhang Tao. Zhao Xingwu laughed coldly. Zhang Tao was in the Magic City catacombs, extremely close. Once Zhang Tao appeared, he would die without a doubt. But Li Jin appearing was not so easy. There was a loud bang. Another huge whirlpool appeared in the sea. The long saber that Zhao Xingwu formed shattered in the blink of an eye. His face was pale, but he laughed maniacally and continued to escape. Do you think you can leave? An earth-shattering aura was getting closer and closer. Li Jin was rushing in the direction of his escape. Once he arrived, Zhao Xingwu would definitely die. At this moment, a sudden roar came from behind Li Jin. Damn it! Li Jin's angry roar echoed for hundreds of miles. North Lake Catacombs. The North Lake Catacombs that he had just left actually had an accident. Damn it! Li Jin did not expect this at all. He thought that even if the evil sect made a move, it would not be against the North Lake Catacombs. But he misjudged the situation. The North Lake Catacombs passageway was trembling. A true king had entered. Zhao Xingwu, you can't escape! Li Jin snorted coldly, his figure suddenly expanding 1,000 times. On this day, some of the nearby cities saw an incomparably huge Buddha descending into the world. Li Jin, whose figure had expanded 1,000 times, had an incorporeal long sword in his hand. The sword cut through the void, once again charging in the direction that Zhao Xingwu escaped. Sword after sword, he slashed hundreds of times in an instant. Then, Li Jin's figure returned to normal, turned around, and flew toward the North Lake Catacombs. If he did not return, North Lake would be in big trouble. Li Jin left. Zhao Xingwu had already been caught by those sword gleams. Zhao Xingwu growled, then shouted, Old Eight, if you don't want to die, let's block together. Although Eighth Elder's face was full of fear, at this time, he could not retreat. The two of them joined forces and continuously attacked the sword gleams, shattering them one after another. But when Li Jin unleashed his full strength, he was already a powerhouse among the peerless powerhouses. 100 consecutive slashes, one slash after another, both of their faces were full of unwillingness. Zhao Xingwu roared again and again. If not for the divine weapon shattering, and the continuous battle with Kong Lingyuan, Li Jin's 100 slashes could not do anything to him. I won't die here! Zhao Xingwu roared again, his somewhat broken mentality condensed into a saber again, slashing out again. He was a top-notch powerhouse below the peerless powerhouse. How could he die so easily? But if Li Jin came out, what about Zhang Tao? If he was blocked for a moment, once Zhang Tao came out, he would be dead for sure. While Zhao Xingwu was still defending, in the distance, a deafening roar sounded. Old Five! Fourth Elder's voice of despair came. Old Five had been killed. Sigh! A voice full of masculinity came. A giant hand that covered the sky and the sun appeared out of nowhere, instantly extinguishing Li Jin's sword gleams. In the next moment, this giant hand covered Fang Ping and the others in the distance. Absolute Peak! At this moment, everyone was stunned. The Absolute Peak had attacked. The Absolute Peak was here. It was not Li Jin, but another Absolute Peak, the Absolute Peak of humanity. The Grand Pope. The Grand Pope of an evil sect was at the Impasse Realm. Maybe this was Sino Nation's Impasse Realm. Fang Ping and the others were in despair. Were the Absolute Peaks not at Mount Royal Sea? How dare they appear here? Just as the giant hand was about to cover the sky and the earth, the giant hand suddenly dissipated. A burst of laughter rang in everyone's ears. Zhang Tao, you win. Too bad, it's still too late. In the next moment, the giant hand that covered the sky dissipated, engulfing Zhao Xingwu and Eighth Elder and disappearing. After another 2 to 3 seconds, Fang Ping and the others heard a wave of cursing. You dog! You run fast! I'll check every single one of you. You've exposed some clues, do you still think you can run away? Fang Ping and the others did not have time to react. Zhang Tao appeared in the sky above them in an instant. With a casual blow, Fourth Elder was directly smashed into pieces. Humph! Zhang Tao snorted coldly. His gaze was unfriendly as he looked into the distance. Then, he turned his head to look at Zélie Kalo and said coldly, Speak! Martial King, sir, I'm from the nation of gods. 10 years ago, Lord God of War felt that the evil sect was secretive and might cause great losses to humanity in the future, so he ordered me to create my own sect and infiltrate the evil sect. Zhang Tao gave him a look and snorted softly. Get lost. Don't think that I'll believe you just because you've betrayed us this time. As for that old fart God of War, I'll definitely interrogate him. If there's any falsehood, I'll tear down your nation of gods. Fan Ping wanted to say something but hesitated. Not detain him? If this was fake, what would happen if he ran away? Zhang Tao did not care about him. If it was fake, it would not be fake. If Zélie Kalo dared to stay here and lie to him without God of War's permission, then he, Zhang Tao, would really be a fool. God of War's secret arrangements definitely existed. As for the rest, Zhang Tao did not want to ask about it now. He would definitely investigate Zélie Kalo strictly. Zélie Kalo did not stay there. He dared not get angry. Without another word, he used the flight step and left. Zhang Tao did not care about him. With a wave of his hand, he scooped up Kong Lingyuan from the sea. Seeing that Kong Lingyuan's injuries were not light, Zhang Tao's expression darkened. Zhao Xingwu is very strong. I've misjudged him. Kong Lingyuan was weak. He smiled bitterly. He's really strong. What a pity, what a pity! Minister, I really didn't expect that it would be him. He was also. Kong Lingyuan was speechless for a moment. Fan Ping shouted hurriedly. Minister, who was that absolute peak just now? I don't know. You don't know? Fan Ping said in disbelief. He's already attacked. He's already in China. How can you not know? Is an absolute peak guarding Mount Imperial Sea? One has left. How can you not know? Zhang Tao snorted coldly. There are 40 to 50 absolute peaks. Not all of them are guarding Mount Imperial Sea. There are still some who walk on the ground. When I enter the catacombs, can you detect absolute peaks' tracks? This old thing is very cunning. When Lijian appeared, he did not dare to reveal his tracks. When Lijian disappeared, when I wanted to come out, he quickly retreated. Where can I find him? Moreover, not to mention those who walk on the ground. In the direction of Mount Imperial Sea, once there are catacombs powerhouses cooperating with them. Even if they leave, do you think anyone below Absolute Peak will find them? Do you know that Absolute Peak is guarding Mount Imperial Sea? As long as there's no big war, who knows if they're still there? But this time, we've narrowed down the range. This time, there are many big battles in the catacombs. Many Absolute Peaks are unleashing their auras. We should be able to lock onto some people. Zhang Tao took a deep breath. He looked around and exhaled slightly. Fortunately, there aren't many casualties. Liu died in battle? The fallen Star Army powerhouses were all seriously injured. Someone said in a low voice. He died in battle. Zhang Tao sighed. Better than expected. I didn't expect Zélie Kalo to betray us. Fan Ping's gaze suddenly turned hostile. He muttered, So Zélie Kalo's betrayal wasn't arranged by you. If he didn't betray us, wouldn't we all be wiped out? That's not to the extent. Zhang Tao looked at him and sighed. Didn't I ask you to conceal your aura and escape? You're like an idiot, standing here the whole time. How can it not be disastrous? It's your own fault, and now you're blaming me. You entered the sea, concealed your aura, and ran further away. How could it have come to this? Initially, I only wanted to use you as bait to lure these people out and find out their true identities. You actually wanted to keep all of them here. Did I not make myself clear enough? Fan Ping, you have to take responsibility for Liu's death. Fan Ping did not say anything after hearing that. He looked at the fallen Star Army, bowed and said, Although it's too late to apologize and it doesn't matter, I still want to thank you and apologize. I should have left earlier. Among the fallen Star Army powerhouses, someone sighed softly. There's no need for that. This is an official matter. It's already a great victory to be able to kill 5 rank 9 evil sect elders and 5 rank 8 imparting elders. If you had left, we wouldn't have had such a result today. As he said that, he sighed again. It's a pity that Zhao Xingwu, he betrayed us. At this moment, everyone felt terrible. Zhao Xingwu's betrayal was a fatal blow to many people. Even a powerhouse like Zhao Xingwu had lost all hope for humanity. How could they fight when the war broke out? With everyone in a state of panic, something big would happen. Fan Ping looked at Zhang Tao and said, Minister, Zhao Xingwu and the others have escaped. Is there nothing you can do? Zhang Tao's eyes were cold. Don't think about it. They must have entered the catacombs entrance. There are catacombs entrances in the sea. I don't know if any of them have been breached. If they have, they must have escaped from there. As he said that, he shouted, Don't tell anyone about Zhao Xingwu's betrayal. Wu Quishan, go to Chengchao's catacombs quickly. Zhao Xingwu has left. Chengchao's catacombs don't have a rank 9 guarding it. I don't know what will happen. Go quickly. Li Changxing, go to North Lake's catacombs. Something seems to have happened there. Beigong Yen, Linlong, go to Nanjiang's catacombs. Hurry, Nanjiang's catacombs warlord is heavily injured and has left the catacombs. Be careful when you go. The news made people dizzy. Fan Ping's expression changed again. Warlord was heavily injured? How long had it been? From start to finish, they had only exchanged blows for about 10 minutes, and the Battle King had actually been severely injured? Without hesitation, the experts disappeared in an instant. Fan Ping looked at Zhang Tao. What about you? Zhang Tao ignored him. He glanced at Kong Lingyuan and looked helpless again. He turned to Fan Ping and said, Give him tens of thousands of units of imperishable substance. Replenish him. Fan Ping's face darkened. You're still thinking of plucking at a time like this? Do you have any humanity left? Seeing Kong Lingyuan's golden body crumbling and his face pale, Fan Ping was helpless. He condensed a large mass of imperishable substance. Kong Lingyuan glanced at him and seemed a little embarrassed. Zhang Tao said indifferently, I'll use it. He doesn't lack these. Heal your wounds as soon as possible. Zhao Xingwu has left. From now on, you need to guard Zhongzhou's catacombs. You can't be injured. Kong Lingyuan did not say anything and accepted the imperishable substance. Fan Ping suddenly said, Minister, why did Instructor Li and the Vice-Chancellor come out so soon? Did you attack? Zhang Tao's eyes flickered. No, it's the rule that Absolute Peak doesn't attack in the outer domain. There were some unexpected changes. We'll talk about it later. Having said that, he looked around again and said, Those who need to heal, go to MC Mayu and wait to recuperate. The situation is not good now. Everyone should recover their combat strength as soon as possible. Fortunately, we've killed 5 evil sect rank 9s this time. Zhao Xingwu, the malignant tumor, has also been uprooted. From now on, there won't be much threat on the ground. Since the Pope is really in a hopeless situation, it'll be easier. Wait until I find out who it is. Just you wait. Fan Ping did not care about this. He looked at Zhang Tao again, still feeling a little awkward. After waiting for the others to move and fly toward MC Mayu, Fan Ping moved closer to Zhang Tao and said in a low voice, Minister, if Zali Callow doesn't betray us, then the 3 mentality avatars this time will be wasted. You gave him one, and then you asked Commander Li to give him another. I think your intention is to keep these people. If that's the case, you must have some confidence, Zhang Tao said impatiently. You think the confidence is small? Beigong Yen, Lin Long, Kong Lingyuan, including you, there are a total of 3 rank 9s and 16 rank 8s. There are also 3 mentality avatars. I know you, kid, want to go to Star Town to look for Fatty Jiang. With this kind of strength, it's more than enough to keep 5 rank 9s. Who knew that the evil sect would turn out in full force and come? Fan Ping's expression darkened. So you're also gambling? What can I do? Everything that needs to be prepared has been prepared. Fan Ping looked at him again and muttered. Don't lie to me. I keep feeling that you have a backup plan. You just haven't used it yet, right? Fan Ping muttered. I'm so important. How can you not make any preparations? He said there are 5 of them, and you actually believed him? The Pope wasn't sure if it's a paragon. If it's a powerhouse at Guardian Zhang's level, would you not have any means to deal with it? If that's the case, then you're not taking me seriously. Aren't you tricking me? Fan Ping felt that Zhang Tao must have arranged a backup plan that could deal with the Pope. Could it be that Zhang Weiyu did not show up nearby? Zhang Tao said lightly. You've overestimated yourself. I've said it before. I told you to run, but you insisted on staying. You can't blame me even if you die. I've arranged a backup plan in the sea. If you don't listen to me, I can't do anything about it. Having said that, Zhang Tao suddenly waved his hand. From afar, a crystal book rose from the sea and flew toward Zhang Tao. Fan Ping was stunned. Zhang Tao said lightly. See that? If you want to run, you won't run toward the coastal sea. You'll only run toward the distant sea. As long as you run near the clone I left behind, you'll be fine. Fan Ping said dully. You might as well just give it to me. Only by hiding it from you can I hide it from my opponent. Besides, if I give it to you, what if you use it all at once? If I use it again, I'll have a nervous breakdown. At this point, Fan Ping suddenly exclaimed in shock. You've split it into 3. In such a short time, Zhang Tao had actually split into 3 mentality clones. How strong was he? Zhang Tao ignored him. The crystal book melted into his body instantly. Then, he frowned suddenly and strangled Fan Ping. Gritting his teeth, he said, Bastard, how dare you scold me? Fan Ping was almost strangled to death. His face flushed red. F***ck. He almost forgot. Old Zhang's thing could be used as a video recorder. Since he left one here, it meant that he could receive messages. Not only did you scold me, but you also scolded Senior Warlord. Brat, you're dead meat. Warlord was already upset when he was heavily injured this time. You even scolded him, and he even gave you a mentality clone. You're definitely dead meat. Zhang Tao looked regretful. Then, he humphed and said, Fine, calling me an idiot, calling me stupid. Brat, you've got guts. For you this time, 3 paragons sacrificed their mentality clones. Minister, it's not my responsibility to kill the cultists. Nonsense. If it's not your responsibility, then who is? Zhang Tao humphed and said, If it's tens of thousands of imperishable substances, then forget it. Fan Ping rolled his eyes. Go away. There was no such thing. Right now, he had a splitting headache. His brain nucleus had even exploded. Looking at his own data, Fan Ping felt even more helpless. Wealth, 64 million points. Vitality, 31,900 calories, 62,900 calories. Mentality, 155 Hz, 3,245 Hz. Destructive force, 10 yuan, 22 yuan. Bones honed, 206 bones, 100%. Storage space, 1,000 cubic meters, plus energy shield, 1 point/minute, plus aura simulation, 10 points/minute, plus, compared to when he broke through, his wealth was 100 million points less. Fan Ping was about to break down. He had given everyone imperishable substances, and he had used up a lot of it. The aura concealment earlier, this did not even include the money needed to repair the Golden House. He had actually gone bankrupt just like that. To repair the Golden House, the rank 8 Golden House was even more powerful. It would cost at least 20 to 30 million. A few 100 million points was gone in such a short time. Fan Ping said helplessly. Fallen Star Army's Grand Master Liu who died in battle. Minister, Zhang Tao waved his hand and said, That's someone from the Li family. You don't have to worry about his family's support. He's from the military department. Dying in battle this time is also a soldier's responsibility. Legion will take care of everything. If you really feel bad about it, then give him some life essence for his descendants to cultivate. Fang Ping nodded. After a moment of silence, he said, Alliance leader Zhao really betrayed us. Zhang Tao said coldly. I'll kill him sooner or later. I trust him so much. I think he can lead the sect world out of the neo-martial era's style of sects. But you said before that you'll teach him cultivation methods. I didn't. I was too busy before. Things were connected. Luckily I didn't. Fang Ping muttered. Really? If Zayli Karo doesn't betray us, who will deal with Zayli Karo and Varna? Both of them are very powerful. Can Grandmaster Kong Lingyuan handle them? Also, if the Pope is not at the pinnacle, then he won't make a move at the last moment. Who will deal with a Pope who is about to reach the pinnacle? Can Grandmaster Kong Lingyuan? But Alliance leader Zhao, maybe he can. Zhang Tao snorted coldly. Even now, you're still defending him? Didn't I leave a mentality avatar behind? Of course I have a way to deal with it. Fang Ping, don't be too soft-hearted. Zhao Xingwu knows you very well. Once you escape into the catacombs and go to the restricted area, you'll be in big trouble in the future. The possibility of this is very high. Fang Ping gritted his teeth. He really betrayed us? Nonsense! Don't tell me you want to betray us together with him? Fang Ping was speechless. After a while he said, Don't lie to me. I have a lot of tricks up my sleeves. If he really betrays us, when I go to the restricted area, I don't care about the others, but he's dead meat. Those who want to kill me, Fang Ping, won't have it easy. Don't think that he's almost at the pinnacle, but how fast is fast? He was severely injured by Commander Li earlier. It's not that easy for him to reach the pinnacle. I think there's almost no hope for him to enter the pinnacle. If he doesn't reach the pinnacle and goes against me, just wait and see. No matter where he hides, he's dead meat. Zhang Tao said lightly. You still dare to go to the restricted area? Why not? Not only will I go, I'll go very soon. When I reach rank 8, my physique will be strong. I'll change my form and my aura. Let's see if I can sneak into Imperial Sea. If I do, I can sneak into the restricted area. You're not allowed to go to the catacombs. If I don't go down to the catacombs, am I supposed to just eat and wait for death on the surface? Zhang Tao's head hurt. After a while, he said vaguely, Don't look for trouble with Zhao Xingwu for now. It's too dangerous. He's strong. Even Kong Lingyuan isn't his match. If you go, you'll be courting death. Don't even think about courting death. With his strength, if he goes in this time and is accepted, he can at least sneak into the Imperial City. It's even more dangerous over there. Fang Ping understood and sighed. I understand now. It's a pity that I can't kill him with my own hands. This kind of shameless person deserves to be killed. I'll demolish the Wanwu sect later and confiscate all the loot. No, I'll confiscate it. Minister, do you think I should? Don't bring trouble to your family. The rest of the Wanwu sect might not know about it, but I still need to show my attitude. How can I just let it go when he bullies my people? I trust him so much. If there's an event, I'll send an invitation to him immediately even if the rest of the sects don't invite them. When Ji Yao had a divine weapon, I wanted to give it to him, but didn't old Lu break through later? I have to take care of my own people first. After all, there's still a layer of separation between us. In the end, he actually hates me. Minister, is this considered getting caught in a cocoon of my own making? If I don't demolish the Wanwu sect this time, I won't be satisfied. Outsiders all think that I, Fang Ping, am easy to bully. Isn't this like fighting a small favor leads to a small grudge? As Fang Ping said that, he gritted his teeth and said, Demolish the Wanwu sect. Also, the identities of these evil sect elders have been exposed. You said that all their properties will belong to me. And a few holy lands. Oh right, 4th, 5th, 8th, What are the identities of the 3 Grand Elders? 4th Elder is a powerhouse from Africa. When I came for 5th Elder and 8th Elder, one ran away and the other died. You can ask the others later. It's not very clear. Didn't you say that you know these 3 people before? I knew Zali Kala before. He's also the person from the Holy Land that I mentioned. The other 2, one is 4th Elder, and the other is 9th Elder. Zhang Tao knew the identities of these 3 people before this. However, these 3 people's positions in the evil sect were not too high. Knowing them was not very useful. On the evil sect's side, people like Grand Elder and 2nd Elder, including the Pope, were the key. Fan Ping pursed his lips and said vaguely, 9 Grand Elders. You know 5 of them. Actually, there's no need to take such a big risk, Zhang Tao said without batting an eyelid. 4. Whatever you say. Fan Ping said no more. Zhang Tao gave him a look. After a while he said, You brat, say what you should say. Shut up about what you shouldn't say. Understood? Also, watch your stinky mouth. For you, I split my body again and again. You didn't even say a word of gratitude. You only know how to curse. This time in Magic City's catacombs, I was almost killed. Sometimes I really want to smack you to death. So dangerous? Nonsense! I fought 38,000 moves with 2 true kings in 3 minutes. Luckily, I'm incomparably strong. Even if I split my mentality, I still beat the 2 fellows until they called me father. The Green Wolf King's offspring root was almost broken by me. That's why he escaped. If it wasn't because I didn't want to chase him into the Forbidden Zone, I would have killed him a long time ago. Zhang Tao's face was full of pride. The Martial King was that strong. In this world, other than the Garrison King, the Life King, and the Monster Plant's Royal Court's true King Hall Master, who else could really surpass him, the Martial King? Even the top-notch powerhouses of the Guardian King Court and Thousand Demon Royal Court could not. The leaders of the other 5 sacred lands were not qualified either. If he was not strong, would he be called the Martial King? Fan Ping looked up at the sky. Was this for real? Old Jean had split 3 mentality clones consecutively, and he could still fight 1 against 2 and beat them to the point of escaping? P.S. 4 chapters and 27,000 words. That's how awesome it is. I still need a basic update. I'll find time to return it according to the status. Chapter 706. Although Fan Ping doubted the veracity of old Zhang's words, now was not the time to ask. Everyone flew toward MC Mayu. When they reached Magic City's boundary, Fan Ping suddenly said, I said I was going to do a live stream earlier, but the equipment was blown to pieces as soon as it started. As he spoke, he was still thinking about whether he should return the 1 billion he had received. However, as soon as he arrived at MC Mayu, Fang Yuan cheered from below. Brother, you're amazing! You can actually transform into a 1,000-meter-tall giant. That's too awesome! Fan Ping was dumbfounded. How did I become a giant? Suddenly, Fan Ping thought of something. Li Zhen, on the other hand, had turned into a 1,000-meter-tall giant. Previously, when Zhu Ding had spoken, he had used his mental power to transmit his voice. After all, they were too far apart. If he had really shouted, he might not have been able to transmit his voice over 100 miles. At that time, Li Zhen had almost reached the sea. In the end, in order to kill Zhao Xingwu, his body expanded thousands of times, becoming a 1,000-meter-tall giant. Thinking of this, the corner of Fan Ping's mouth twitched. Had Round Face mistaken him for someone else? Very soon, Fan Ping knew that Round Face had not mistaken him for someone else. In a large square in the school, a big screen TV was still playing. A beautiful young female host said excitedly, Grandmaster Fang's breakthrough is over. Although the live broadcast was interrupted, I think the power of the breakthrough was too strong, and the live broadcast equipment was shattered. However, everyone could feel the power of a Grandmaster expert, as well as the power of Grand Master Fang. An 8th grade Grand Master can forge a golden body. In ancient times, they were the legendary gods and demons. Their golden bodies are indestructible. The host spoke for a while, and finally, an extremely illusory figure appeared on the big screen. At this moment, the host was excited and full of admiration as he said, "This is the video we took from dozens of miles away. Unbelievable, unimaginable." The moment Grandmaster Fang broke through, he transformed into an ancient giant with a body as tall as 1,000 meters. It reminded me of the ancient Chinese legend, where Penga created the world. This was a martial arts expert. The path of martial arts can reach the heavens, and the might of a Grandmaster can shake the heavens and the earth. What followed was another series of flattery. Too powerful. Such a change was beyond everyone's expectations. This included the disappearance of the island detected by the satellites, the appearance of a large number of whirlpools in the sea, and the tsunami that almost hit Shanghai. Fang Ping's breakthrough from dozens of li away had even caused Magic City to tremble. Everyone felt a sense of oppression. Terrifying. Shocking. At the same time, it also made everyone yearn for it. This was a Grandmaster. This was a martial arts powerhouse. In midair, Fang Ping realized that it was not just Fang Yuan who was admiring him. The low-ranked martial artists, including some middle-ranked martial artists, were also admiring him. What can I say? I can't say anything. Standing beside him, Zhang Tao faintly said, "Remember to give Li Jin some advertising fees." Fang Ping rolled his eyes. "I'm not the one who told the TV station to do this. This matter was also a coincidence. Who asked Li Jin to be so flamboyant as to insist on expanding his body? With such a large body, it was naturally easy to be discovered." Thinking of this, Fang Ping asked curiously, "Why did Commander Li suddenly expand his body?" Zhang Tao glanced at him with slight disdain. After a while he said, "You've already reached rank 8, and you still don't understand? With a strong physical body, one would be able to absorb more energy and unleash greater power. At that time, Li Jin was too far away from Zhao Xingwu and also wanted to kill Zhao Xingwu. In his anger, it was not strange for him to do such a thing. Commander Li wants to kill Alliance leader Zhao?" Fang Ping pondered. Old Zhang did not reveal anything? If Zhao Xingwu was really killed at that time, thinking of this, Fang Ping looked at old Zhang suspiciously again, muttering, "Minister, don't tell me you came out long ago? How is that possible?" Zhang Tao could not help but laugh. "If I really came out long ago, the High Pope would not have dared to make a move. That fellow is like a mouse, guarding against me all the time. If it was not for the fact that Li Jin insisted on killing Zhao Xingwu, an 8th elder, at the last moment, I'm afraid he would not have made a move." Fang Ping understood and nodded. "That's true. The High Pope is really timid. The few of you have already gone in, but he still did not dare to make a move. Otherwise, if he had made a move earlier, wouldn't we be dead for sure? It's not that simple." Zhang Tao smiled faintly. "He does not dare to go near Magic City. I'm in Magic City's catacombs. Does he dare to come? Isn't he afraid that I will suddenly come out and make him stay? When he made his move earlier, he was also hundreds of miles away, on the sea. At this distance, he still did not dare to unleash his full strength, in case his aura leaked out and some of the paragons on land recognized his identity. That's why it's not that easy to kill all of you. When he makes a move at the last moment, it's to save people. He may not have the intention to kill. A rank 9 powerhouse wants to kill you to enter a desperate situation, but what's in it for him to kill you? This time, rank 9 powerhouses are attacking in full force. How do you know if this is a screening by the High Pope?" "Screening?" Zhang Tao chuckled, lamenting. "That's right, screening. The Great War is coming soon. The evil sects are like sieves. Doesn't the High Pope know? Since he's a paragon, he must know some inside information. If that's the case, then we can't allow these people to infiltrate like before anymore. That's why at this time, some of the nails are removed, that's not right. The 9 Grand Elders have been exposed, and many of them have died, Zhang Tao said calmly. How do you know that these 9 Grand Elders are really all of them? Does the High Pope not have any other backup plans? The 9 Grand Elders come from all over the world. As a paragon, does the High Pope not have his own direct descendants? Maybe these 9 Grand Elders are just people on the surface, purposely throwing them out for us to see. This time, there were heavy casualties. Zhao Xingwu and the other also escaped into the catacombs. Do you think that other than the High Pope, the evil sects are already considered destroyed? But is it really destroyed? Maybe this is the result that the High Pope wishes to see, hoping that all of us will think that the evil sects have been destroyed. In such a huge evil sect, he's the only one whose identity has not been exposed. Sometimes, giving up on some abandoned pawns on the surface may seem like a loss, but it's actually just turning the light into the dark. In the past, the evil sects have always been the focus of everyone's attention, including those elders. Now, almost all of the evil sect's elders have been exposed. The only one who hasn't been exposed is a desperate situation. If this is the case, won't our attention be focused on the Paragon next? If there's a group of people hiding in the dark now, and they're not the Paragon, will you still care and investigate? You think that the 9 Grand Elders have either died, run away, or returned? You think that there are no more rank 9 traitors, but is that really the case? Fang Ping was a little surprised. If that's the case, this attack might just be the High Pope's plan. He deliberately sent these people to their deaths. You can't say that it was intentional. Zhang Tao explained as he landed and walked toward the meeting hall. If he can kill you, that's the best. It's a good thing and not a costly thing. If he can't kill you, he doesn't lose anything. Although the 9 Grand Elders are evil sect elders, they're actually doing things their own way. They don't listen to whatever the High Pope says. Therefore, it doesn't really matter whether these people die or not. Not to mention that there are still many people who are problematic among the 9 Grand Elders. How can such a pile of loose sand accomplish anything? Look, this time Zali Koro and Linlong have both been exposed. As for the other 7 Grand Elders, even those who died in battle, do you really think that they're all evil sect members? Zhang Tao sneered. It's possible that there aren't spies arranged by other holy lands. However, it's normal for these people to not reveal their identities. If I kill you, I can get the true king's ultimate art, get the divine weapon, get the life essence. Then why not make the best of a mistake and try to kill you once? Therefore, among the 9 Grand Elders, there might only be half of them who are truly evil sect powerhouses. Do you think the High Pope will really care about such a pile of loose sand? He asked again. Then why did you save Alliance leader Zhao and the rest in the end? Firstly, Zhao Xingwu's ability is strong enough. The ability he displayed is not weaker than Zhang Weiyu's. If such a powerhouse can really be subdued, then it will be a huge help. If a typical rank 9 dies, then so be it. The catacombs don't lack them. The restricted area doesn't lack them. However, this kind of rank 9 is lacking everywhere. Secondly, he has to show some sincerity. If he really sits and watches all these people die, if he still has direct descendants, then will his direct descendants be bitterly disappointed? Sit and watch the 9 Grand Elders die and be indifferent. Would you sell your life for such a person? Thirdly, what I said is also to divert attention, to let these people focus their attention on the paragons, even with a hint of provocation. If we investigate his identity, will it cause disharmony among the people? Will it cause estrangement among the paragons? Since a person like the High Pope can reach the paragons, his mind is not so pure. In many things, even if you think he is at a disadvantage, he might not necessarily be at a disadvantage. Fan Ping looked at old Zhang strangely. After a while, he said narcissistically, Minister, you told me so much in detail. Are you preparing to groom me to take over? Huh. Zhang Tao was stunned for a moment. Then, he reacted. Take over my position. This kid is good. He is only AF*King rank 8, and he is already prepared to take over my power? Zhang Tao ignored him, and Fang Ping did not continue this topic either. He chuckled and said, "If that's the case, even if there are still powerhouses in the evil sect, they will completely go into hiding and won't show their faces again, right?" "That's right. Even if they show their faces, it will be time for the big battle to break out." Zhang Tao sighed softly. "I hope there are not many people left. Otherwise, once the big battle starts, once the backyard catches fire, then it will be troublesome. When that time comes, the paragons will definitely enter the catacombs. If there are people at the back causing trouble at this time, the people's hearts will be unstable, and there might be big trouble. We can only take it one step at a time. But this time, we have also pulled out many nails. It can be considered a big success." While they were talking, Fang Ping and Zhang Tao had already arrived at the meeting hall. Behind them, Fang Yuan and the rest were still following. Fang Ping turned around and smiled. "Don't follow us anymore. Go do what you need to do. Old Lu is here, don't cheer this time, lest you guys get into trouble." Many of them looked embarrassed. What did he say? They were not prepared to cheer. Fang Ping ignored them and went straight into the hall. In the hall, other than Wu Quishan and a few others who had gone to various catacombs, everyone else was present. Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jianhao looked helpless. Seeing Fang Ping enter, Luo Yichuan grumbled. "Such a big thing, why didn't you tell us in advance? Although we have just entered rank 7, but..." Fang Ping smiled. "Don't talk about this, instructors. In this big battle, even I am just a bystander. The main fights are between rank 9s. The Grand Masters of One Military and Fallen Star Military have also joined forces to fight for years, and only then can they resist rank 9s. Both of you have seen for yourselves here in MC Mayu. Even if you go, it will be a waste of time." Fang Ping did not say it directly, but his meaning was very clear. If they went, it would be no different from courting death. Among the few Grand Masters who went, Lu Polo was seriously injured, Lu Fengru was seriously injured, especially Lu Fengru. If it were not for Fang Ping, she probably would not have survived. Beside them, Tang Feng and the others were a little sad, but they did not say anything. Fang Ping did not want to talk about this. This time, the MCMAU Grand Masters rushed to the rank 9 battleground for him. They were definitely risking their lives to go. However, sometimes being warm-hearted was not enough. In this big battle, the few rank 7 martial artists were almost a burden. Old Wang and Old Zhao felt this way. Li Han Song, on the other hand, was iron-headed and powerful divine armor, which played a certain role. As for Qin Feng Qing, this guy's role was to throw mentality avatars. Otherwise, even if he went, he would just be a bystander. After saying that, Fang Ping condensed some imperishable substance. He had given it to everyone present before, but many of them had used up their imperishable substance during the big battle. This time, luring the evil sect into action, on one hand, was to annihilate the evil sect, on the other hand, was related to Fang Ping. These evil sect powerhouses did not appear for no reason. The few elders' main purpose was still to kill Fang Ping. Therefore, Fang Ping had to bear these expenses. However, Fang Ping was considered lucky. This time, he had to suck some blood from old Zhang to replenish himself, or else he would go bankrupt. After chatting for a while, Zhang Tao sat down in the main seat and said, "This time, everyone has made a great contribution. You've killed 5 evil sect rank 9 elders, 5 rank 8s, and many rank 7s. You've uprooted a malignant tumor for humanity. The government will also give you some rewards in the future. Of course, it won't be too much. We're all old acquaintances, so I won't say much." Currently, the government has very little useful resources for high-ranked powerhouses, and they can't support everyone's cultivation consumption. Zhang Tao said a few simple words and quickly added, "In addition, there have been some disturbances in the catacombs recently. Everyone, be careful when you go down to the catacombs. Don't travel far rashly. The catacombs' true king has been a little restless recently. Also, in the past, we didn't have many disputes with Monster Life Clan. Everyone, be careful from now on." Kong Lingyuan, who was still recuperating, heard this and frowned slightly. Minister, you mean? Monster Life Clan has joined the battle? More or less. Zhang Tao sighed. Actually, I've long expected this. Monster Life Clan won't keep quiet forever. Before this, they were sitting on top of the mountain and watching the tigers fight. Now, however, the Monster Plant Clan isn't willing to let them reap the benefits without doing anything. It's only a matter of time before they join the battle. However, this is also a fuse. It can be said that Monster Life Clan has completely stepped forward. In Nanjiang's catacombs, Warlord killed a true king. Everyone was shocked. Killed a true king? They knew that Warlord was extremely strong, but there was no such thing as killing a true king. Kong Lingyuan was also extremely surprised. He said hurriedly, Minister, tell us, what happened in the catacombs this time? How is Senior Warlord now? Based on past situations, Zhang Tao might not have told some people about what happened at Absolute Summit. However, now that the situation had come to this, there was no need to hide anything. After Kong Lingyuan finished speaking, Zhang Tao said, This time, in order to create opportunities for the evil sect martial artists, the catacombs have gathered 20 true king powerhouses in the Southern Territory. Of course, it might not be to create opportunities for the evil sect. The evil sect is not worthy of so many true kings. It's more likely that it's a test before the big battle, to determine the strength of the human side. After all, it's been almost 100 years since the last big battle. In these 100 years, the Absolute Summit battles have also been small-scale, not large-scale battles. 15 Monster Plant Clan True Kings and 5 Monster Life Clan True Kings have attacked. The main target is our Sino Nation's defense zone. There are 2 Monster Plant Clan powerhouses guarding the other small zones in the Southern Territory, so no battles have broken out. On our side, many battles have broken out. Over at the Nanjiang Catacombs, there were 2 true kings of the Monster Life lineage and 1 true king of the Monster Plant lineage. The 3 powerhouses besieged the warlord. Li Jin was coincidentally at the North Lake Catacombs. There was only 1 true king at the North Lake Catacombs. Li Jin met up with the warlord and fought 2 against 4. In short, things are a little complicated. In the end, Warlord killed a Monster Life Clan True King powerhouse and traded blows with a Monster Plant powerhouse. Both of them were heavily injured. Li Jin defeated the remaining 2. At the crucial moment, Heavenly King Garrison also exchanged a blow with the Life King, forcing the Monster Life Clan to retreat. But this time, Monster Life Clan lost a True King powerhouse. There will probably be some unrest in the catacombs. Zhang Tao gave a brief explanation but did not elaborate on the details. However, although Zhang Tao was a little worried about Warlord killing a Monster Life Clan True King, he was more happy than worried. He smiled and said, It's a good thing that Senior Warlord can kill a great enemy at this time. The Monster Life Royal Court has been restless, but we haven't fought before. I'm afraid they want to take the opportunity to test our strength. Warlord killed a true king powerhouse by himself, which will make them stop for a while. This time, it also made the restricted zone powerhouses understand that there are many human powerhouses, and Heavenly King Garrison is not the only one. If a war really breaks out, the number of true kings who will die will not be small. Maybe we can buy some time and delay the war. At the side, Fang Ping waited for Zhang Tao to finish and asked curiously, Senior Warlord, did you get the other party's remains? Zhang Tao shook his head. It's not that simple. There's still hope if it's a one-on-one fight. The Catacombs' true king was also there. The one who was killed turned into nothingness before he died, leaving almost nothing behind. At this realm, everyone is a decisive person. Since he's about to die, why would he let his remains be trampled by others and provide benefits to the enemy? But some things are also very interesting. Zhang Tao chuckled and said playfully, The true king of the Monster Life clan did help the Battle King once before he died. The one from the Monster Plant clan who was heavily injured has something to do with him. The one who attacked with all his strength before he died wasn't the Battle King. Of course, it's hard to say. Warlord being able to kill that one is also beyond our expectations. Everyone, just listen to these things. There's no need to care too much. Everyone understood. It was useless to know these things. Maybe there was some conspiracy between the two royal courts. When Fan Ping heard that Warlord did not get the true king's remains, he was slightly disappointed. He said, "Vice-Chancellor and Instructor Li came out so quickly. Minister, you said that there was a problem. Could it be caused by the discord between the Monster Life clan and the Monster Plant clan?" Zhang Tao laughed. "Probably, but it's hard to say. Both royal courts have their own schemes. It's very normal. However, here in Magic City, it has something to do with that old acquaintance of yours. Maple King's grandson, Feng Miexing, entered the Magic City catacombs. Fan Ping, next time you meet this guy, try not to kill him. He's your lucky star." This guy brought the son of the Monster Plant clan lord to the battlefield. He even wanted to go to the front line. In the end, these two idiots entered the rank 9 battlefield and were almost hacked to death by Li Changxing and the rest. The two of them were scared half to death. It was similar to the time with Ji Yao. Both of them had high statuses. No one would dare to see them die. In the end, they had to escort the two of them out of the Magic City catacombs. Only then did Li Changxing and Wu Quishan take action. Having said that, Zhang Tao muttered, "Feng Miexing is probably really stupid. That guy's son might not be as stupid. Fan Ping, be careful next time." "Who?" "The son of the Monster Plant clan lord. That lord is not someone to be trifled with. Although Li Jin had destroyed his origin Dao, he still sat on the throne of the clan lord for more than 10 years. This is not incompetence. This is skill. In the catacombs, powerhouses are respected. It's not easy for a cripple like him to sit on the throne of the Lord at this time. The Magic City catacombs incident this time might have something to do with him. Of course, I'm not too sure. Anyway, just be careful. Don't treat everyone like that stupid grandson of the Maple King." Fan Ping nodded and did not say much. He had not come into contact with them before. He did not know what the situation was like. He just had to be careful if he encountered them. After saying that, Zhang Tao seemed to be leaving. Monster Life clan had lost a true king. Once again, Heavenly King Garrison and Life King exchanged blows in the air. The situation at Imperial Sea Mountain had calmed down. However, a few evil sect elders were killed. He still had a lot of things to do. Seeing that he was about to leave, Fan Ping said immediately, "Minister, don't forget to help me collect my assets. Also, this time there are people from a few holy lands. I can't collect the debt. You have to give me more." Seeing that Zhang Tao was about to speak, Fan Ping said immediately, 50-50. A holy land wants 1 or 2 trillion. It's not a big deal. When it reaches 10 trillion, you can still get 5 trillion. Zhang Tao froze. "Are you kidding me? Bull**T. After giving Fan Ping a look, Zhang Tao harumphed. He ignored Fan Ping and walked away. Fan Ping sighed. "Sanchi, I only want 3 trillion as the minimum. You can have the rest." Zhang Tao said impatiently. "Dream on. Do you really think that cultivation resources are cabbages? It's good enough to get a few divine weapons and some energy stones. You're lucky to get 3 or 500 billion. Fan Ping was suddenly disappointed. He said helplessly, "So little?" Chapter 707. Zhang Tao's departure did not mean that the matter was over. In the hall, Fan Ping did not leave. The others were not in a hurry to leave since their injuries had not healed. To everyone's surprise, Fan Ping suddenly grabbed Qin Fengqing. Then, amid Qin Fengqing's screams, he began to take off his shoes. "No! Fan Ping, don't!" Qin Fengqing screamed loudly. "Don't take away my divine weapon. I've just gotten used to it. Inhumane!" Everyone was incomparably dumbfounded. "What's going on?" Fan Ping ignored him. As he took off his shoes, he said, "I'm just lending it to you for a while. You're just a bystander this time. I helped you clear the school's debt. It's not bad." "Bystander?" Qin Fengqing was furious. "Fan Ping, do you have a conscience?" Qin Fengqing said with grief and indignation. "In this battle, I killed 2 rank 9s with my early stage rank 7 ability. I killed 10 rank 7s. You call that bystander? I risked my life to help, and you say I'm bystander? Say, who knows if old Zhang's stuff is real or fake? If it's fake, I'll die for sure. I treat you with such sincerity. I don't expect you to be grateful, but you can't speak against your conscience, can you? How am I bystander? I have to take back the shoes you gave me. Shut up, you." Fan Ping rolled his eyes and said impatiently, "Can you afford to keep 2 divine weapons? Either give me the shoes, or give me the saber. You choose." Qin Fengqing had a divine weapon. He got it in Star Town last time. Could this guy afford to keep 2 divine weapons? Qin Fengqing looked helpless. He stammered, I can afford it. Get lost." Fan Ping cursed. Finally, he asked, "Which one do you choose?" "Choose yourself. I think the boots you chose are good. Swords and divine weapons are common, but there aren't many boots. Kid, you have a set for running. This suits you. Then I don't have an offensive weapon, an alloy saber is the same. Your ability is only SOSO anyway. You can't kill others, but it's good enough to outrun them." Qin Fengqing struggled for a long time. Finally, he said with grief and indignation, "It's already on my feet, and you still want to take it away. That's too much." As soon as he said that, Fan Ping knew what he had chosen. Without hesitation, he quickly took off his boots. Fan Ping took off his boots. Under Qin Fengqing's pained gaze, he handed his rank 7 Chandao, rank 7 combat boots, and a rank 7 monster's carcass to Nan Yunping. "Vice-Chancellor Nan, I previously promised to give you a grade 8 divine weapon, but I used the grade 9 monster plant to forge a pair of combat boots. Now, I still have to use a divine weapon. Although these 2 divine weapons and a monster beast corpse might not be comparable to a grade 8 divine weapon, the difference shouldn't be too big." Nan Yunping was a little surprised. She then smiled and said, "There's no need. If I knew it was for me, I wouldn't have to take it off Qin Fengqing's feet. That won't do." Fan Ping chuckled. "I mean what I say. If I say I'll give it to you, then I'll definitely give it to you. You risked your life to fight a rank 9 martial artist this time, which is an extra favor. If you don't do anything, these evil sect martial artists won't dare to target you or cause you trouble. This time, everyone is here for me, Fan Ping. Since I, Fan Ping, have said it, then there's nothing I won't do." Fan Ping forcefully handed the divine weapon and the monster beast corpse to Nan Yunping. Then, he looked at the 10 rank 8 powerhouses from the Wuhan military and the Fallen Star military and said, "Everyone risked your lives to help this time." The Wuhan military's leading powerhouse smiled and said, "Vice-Chancellor Fang, you're too kind. This is our duty. Evil sect martial artists should be punished, you can't say that. Exterminating evil sects can happen at any time, but this time, everyone came to Magic City for me, Fan Ping. However, I'm also short of money now. If it were in the past." Fan Ping sighed a little. Soon, he smiled and said, "Even though I'm short of money, I can't ignore everyone's contribution. 1,000 caddies of rank 9 energy stones is also a small token of my appreciation for the time being." The 10 rank 8 powerhouses were a little dazed. Was this called being short of money? This was called a small token of my appreciation? 500 caddies of rank 9 energy stones were worth as much as 300 million in martial arts universities. 300 billion? 30 billion per person? Of course, this could not compare to the 3 divine weapons that Nan Yunping had obtained. A rank 7 divine weapon was worth 10 billion, but 10 billion could not buy a rank 7 divine weapon. It was that simple. Even 10 billion energy stones could not be exchanged for a rank 7 divine weapon. Even though they had a lot of people, they were not as strong as Nan Yinping. Yet, each of them had gotten tens of billions. The 10 rank 8 powerhouses were stunned. Fang Ping smiled and said, "You don't have to be so courteous. If it were in the past, I, Fang Ping, wouldn't have been able to offer this much. That was really putting my life on the line. I'm different from the minister. The minister still has to think about all the martial artists in Sino Nation. I don't have to think so much. Everyone is here to help me. I, Fang Ping, can't be heartless. In the future, if there's a need, maybe I'll ask for your help again." As Fang Ping said that, he added nonchalantly, "Maybe the next time I become the commander of the Wuan military or the Fallen Star military, everyone will have to eat from the same pot. Seniors, you are seniors and comrades at the same time. Please don't reject me again." Having said that, a big box appeared in front of Fang Ping. He handed it to the leader and said, "Divide these energy stones among yourselves. Also, I feel bad about Senior Liyu's death in battle this time. I only have 10 caddies of life essence left. I hope the seniors can pass it to Senior Liyu's family. I won't go. I can't bear to see these things. Senior Liyu died for me. If I go, I don't know how to face the senior's family." Fang Ping took out another bottle and handed it to the Fallen Star military powerhouse. After dealing with these, Fang Ping looked at Wang Qinghai and smiled. "Minister, this time you risked your life to help." Minister Wang laughed. "Don't. I'll pass. Actually, I was the one who suggested the plan to wipe out the evil sect. That's because they wanted to kill me. Minister, you don't have to excuse me." As Fang Ping spoke, an IOU appeared in his hand. He crushed it immediately and laughed. "It was just a joke in the past. Minister, you don't have to take it seriously. Also, Minister, you're a 5th stage golden body. If you want to break through to rank 9, the consumption will be huge. Minister, I'm giving you 200 caddies of rank 9 energy stones as a congratulatory gift." Not giving Wang Qinghai a chance to refuse, Fang Ping looked at Chen Yaoting and said, "Old Chen has risked his life to save my life time and time again. I can't repay this favor. There are many people in SC Mayu too. I've prepared 300 caddies of rank 9 energy stones. Old Chen, bring it back to SC Mayu's instructors and students to use it. Hopefully, there will be a second Grand Master soon." In a moment, Fang Ping had given away 1,500 caddies of rank 9 energy stones, worth 450 billion. 2 divine weapons and 1 demon beast. In addition to the 10 caddies of life essence, it was worth more than 500 billion. While giving away these, Fang Ping was still lamenting. "This time, I'm really short of money. I've spent too much. This is the only thing I have to show my sincerity. Previously, I still had a lot of energy liquids and imperishable substance energy liquids. In the end, I spent all of them for Instructor Li's breakthrough. If there's another chance in the future, I won't be as stingy as I was today." Fang Ping was full of emotions. The powerhouses who heard him were all dumbfounded. This kid was not just rich. From what he said, he was almost bankrupt. In the end, a starving camel was still bigger than a horse. Whatever he threw out, they could eat until their mouths were full of oil. The Dragon King and group leader Bei Gong are both rank 9 powerhouses. They contributed a lot this time too. However, this time, I really can't take out anything useful for a rank 9. The 2 seniors' promissory notes were also a joke. Everyone, please help me send them back to these 2 seniors. Fang Ping took out the promissory notes both of them had made earlier and asked them to return them to these 2. The rank 9 powerhouses had made promissory notes. Even though Fang Ping was joking and did not say that he wanted them, it was still somewhat prickly. Those who were stingy, who knew what they would think. After returning the promissory notes, Fang Ping could be considered to have repaid these 2's favor for helping out this time. As for purging the evil sect, it was not necessarily these people's duty. Purging the evil sect was everyone's duty. If these few really did not come this time, Fang Ping could not do anything about it. After settling these people, these people were all considered outsiders. As for Kong Lingyuan, Fan Ping had also given him a lot of imperishable substances. As for the rest, it was not much use for Kong Lingyuan. This debt could be considered settled. Although he had given away a large sum of wealth, Fan Ping was still smiling happily, saying casually, "I may be young, but I will never do anything that will make others bleed and cry." Also, although the Wuhan military is good, and the Fallen Star military is also strong, I think that perhaps all of you seniors have other paths to take. For example, coming to MCMU to be the next instructor? Now MCMU is about to take charge of the Magic City catacombs. After the Wuhan military has settled the Forbidden Catacombs matters, I'm afraid that all of you seniors will also be assigned to various places. But will other places be as happy as MCMU? Here in the Magic City catacombs, MCMU will destroy this catacombs sooner or later. All of you seniors are powerhouses who have killed their way out of mountains of corpses and seas of blood. In other places, it's suffocating. We can't fight, we can't fight. Here in Magic City, we can fight. Even if we don't take the initiative, they will. Because I, Fan Ping, am from MCMU. I'm a thorn in the catacombs' side. The two majestic houses can't wait to kill me. Fan Ping said with a straight face. Therefore, among all the catacombs, Magic City catacombs will have the most battles and the most intense. If all of you seniors want to pursue a quiet life, then you can go to other places. If you want to fight to your heart's content, then come to MCMU, come to Magic City. As soon as he said this, the expressions of the 10 rank 8 powerhouses from the two armies changed slightly. Beside them, Lu Polu and the others were stunned. Poaching! F***CK. First, Fan Ping gave them benefits, showing them what it meant to be rich and imposing, and what it meant to share blessings together. Then, he brought up the matter of inviting them to Magic City catacombs. Was this not obviously poaching the two Paragon powerhouses? If the two of them found out about this, they would beat Fan Ping to death. Was it easy for the two armies to nurture a rank 8? The Wuhan military had 38,000 men regiments. This was the accumulation of old Zhang for decades. Including the commander and deputy commander, there were a total of 40 high-ranked powerhouses. Among them, there were about 10 rank 8 powerhouses. However, among them, there were some who had just entered rank 8, some who had surpassed rank 8 third refinement, and only these 5 people in front of him. If they were poached away, old Zhang would tear Fan Ping apart alive. The Fallen Star military was more or less the same. Fan Ping did not care about this. After chatting for a while, he looked at Nan Yiping and said, "Vice-Chancellor Nan, FMS's school spirit is strict and there are many powerhouses. However, things are not the same now. Once MCMU takes over the Magic City catacombs, there may be frequent wars that will be more intense than before. In the past, most of FMS's students would enter the Magic City military department to train, but now, the military department may withdraw very soon. Will FMS withdraw with them? Vice-Chancellor Nan, have you considered the merger between FMS and MCMU?" Nan Yiping was a little confused. What was wrong? What happened? Was FMS and MCMU going to merge just like that? Fan Ping smiled and said, "In MCMU, the southern area is not small. There are mineral veins and sufficient energy. FMS is located on a small island, far from the catacombs passageway. To be honest, it's not very suitable as a school site. FMS doesn't have many students either, only about 3,000 in total. If they merge with MCMU, it won't be a burden to MCMU. Vice-Chancellor Nan doesn't have to worry about this. In the past, there were 102 martial arts universities and military schools. That was to increase competitiveness, to let each school blossom and cultivate different kinds of powerhouses. However, now that the situation is critical, I think we should work together. There is strength in numbers. Let's make the same voice heard. Of course, Vice-Chancellor Nan can consider this. I will also fight for the Ministry of Education." Qin Yaoting saw that Fan Ping was looking at him and was speechless. SCMU was in the north. They would not merge with you. Don't mention it. Fan Ping did not care. He looked at the slightly dazed Kong Lingyuan and chuckled. Hi, Grandmaster Kong. This was Kong Lingyuan's first time meeting Fan Ping, but he also felt the pressure. He immediately smiled and said, I'm going to Zhongzhou's catacombs soon. As for coming to MC Mayu, forget it. After all, I won't have much time to go out of the catacombs in the future. It's okay to have the title of Honorary Vice-Chancellor. When the time comes, the High Grand Master can receive a certain amount of cultivation resources from MC Mayu every month. Although it's not worth mentioning to a rank 9, it's more or less an income. Kong Lingyuan laughed and said, I think I'll pass. I have a position in the central government. I can't get double the treatment. Kong Lingyuan and Northern Spear King Wan Yu were both powerhouses from the central government. On the ranking, the original top 10 were 7 people from the 3 ministries and 4 houses. Zhao Xingwu was one. Compared to the catacombs, they were only SOSO. Fan Ping felt that these people were not enough for Magic City's catacombs. After hearing that, Qin Fengqing did not say much. He chuckled and said, Fan Ping, you've given them so many energy stones, you should settle the 100 billion you owe me first. Fan Ping interrupted him directly. Then, ignoring him, he looked at Old Wang and the rest and said, I was in closed-door cultivation earlier. I didn't give them the harvest from the last time. I've used up all the energy liquids and taken all the energy stones. You guys share some of the energy soil. Fan Ping took out a large amount of energy soil. Then, he sighed and said, All right, I'm almost bankrupt. It was not almost. Other than 60 million wealth points, he was already bankrupt. Of course, there were still a few miscellaneous things. For example, some tables, chairs, and benches made from monster plants. However, Fan Ping planned to move these into the Crystal Tower. He was also a rank 8 powerhouse, so he needed to have some extravagance. As for the rest, there were only the mineral veins left. As for other things, he gave them what needed to be given and spent what needed to be spent. Fan Ping earned money quickly, but he spent it even faster. It had not even been a month since he left Capital City, and he had already spent all the harvest from the last time. Last time, he had harvested trillions of resources and trillions of wealth points. In the end, he was a gold-swallowing monster. So was Old Manly. Old Manly was still in the stabilization phase now. It was not time to harvest, so he still needed to rely on Fan Ping's support. In this way, after a big battle, Fan Ping had completely spent all those things. Among the 5 rank 9 powerhouses who were killed previously, only 4th Elder left behind a rank 8 divine weapon in the end. This was because Zhang Tao, who killed him, was too strong. The other party did not even have the chance to fight back. Fan Ping did not take this rank 8 divine weapon. With Zhang Tao around, would that old schemer give Fan Ping a chance? When he killed the other party, he took it away. Fan Ping's storage space became empty once again. Fan Ping sighed in his heart. This spending was too much. If this went on, even if he robbed a territory, it would not be enough for him to spend for long. I still have to go down to the catacombs. The powerhouses on Earth are too poor. Although a few rank 9s had died this time, if these rank 9s were to say that they had left behind many properties, Fan Ping would not believe it himself. At rank 9, how many properties would there be? Zhang Tao said that he could get 300 to 400 billion. Fan Ping felt that the credibility was not too high, unless he was robbing in the Holy Land. I hope I can get more things back, at least let me recover 100 million wealth points. Thinking of these, Fan Ping said, Be more stable for now. A true king has fallen in the catacombs. They might be holding back their anger now. I won't go down to the catacombs for the time being. Recently, I will mainly cultivate martial arts and forge a golden body. Now I have entered rank 8 3rd refinement. After completing the 3rd refinement, I will be a middle stage rank 8 martial artist. Everyone work hard. If you go down to the catacombs for a long time, you won't have time to accumulate. In the past, we were invincible among our peers. But now, I might not be a match for a middle-stage rank 8 martial artist. I can only rely on delaying tactics. Everyone nodded. Qin Fengqing was no exception. He used to be quite powerful, but he had progressed too quickly recently. He could not control his strength well enough. This could be seen from the energy flame body forging earlier. If it had been old Manly that day, he would not have lost control at all. Qin Fengqing, on the other hand, lost control a few times and almost blew himself up. A martial artist could only unleash greater strength if they had better control over their strength. Fang Ping's vitality was as high as 60,000 calories and above. However, having a vitality of more than 60,000 calories did not mean that Fang Ping could unleash the corresponding combat strength of more than 60,000 calories. His strength and Qin Yaoting's were about the same. Qin Yaoting had just completed the third refinement. Now, he was entering the fourth golden body forging. His vitality was around 70,000 calories. However, Fang Ping was no match for Qin Yaoting. If he did not use his wealth to convert large amounts of imperishable substances, Qin Yaoting's vitality control could reach at least 60%. 70,000 calories vitality could unleash a force of more than 40,000 calories. As for Fang Ping, it would be considered good if his control could reach 40%. In reality, he might not even have that. He was not like old Manly, that freak. Although he was improving fast and his vitality was as high as 90,000 calories now, if old Manly unleashed an outburst, he could unleash at least 70,000 calories and above. Coupled with the $10,000 won, the power of his vitality would almost double. With his strength, it was not surprising that he could kill a rank 9. Both of them were only a few refinements apart, but the difference in strength was not just a few times. When Fang Ping said that everyone lacked accumulation, he was not referring to him alone. Li Hansong and the rest also had the same problem. Now, the advantage that they had among their peers was getting smaller and smaller. By the time they reached rank 9, they might not have any advantage anymore, except for a stronger weapon and a more solid foundation. Chapter 708. On October 10th, Fang Ping broke through to rank 8. Of course, this was only a breakthrough on the surface. Even though it was a few days later than it actually was, Fang Ping's breakthrough still caused a sensation. On the day of Fang Ping's breakthrough, an evil sect powerhouse came to make trouble and was killed by Fang Ping and the others. This was also some information that was announced to the outside world. During the battle that day, many Chinese powerhouses sensed the power of the battle. However, he did not reveal the exact details. He did not say how many experts from the evil sect had come, nor did he say how many people he had killed. He did not say who the evil sect's experts were. Some people's identities might cause a huge uproar if they were made public. Valna of the ancient Buddha sacred land, Zhao Xingwu of China country's sects, Murda of the Andes mountains. These did not even include Lilong and Zali Karo of the Nation of Gods. The identities of these people were too special. Once it was exposed, it might cause a huge impact. The invasion of the evil cult was brushed aside as if it was insignificant. Everyone only saw the glory of Fang Ping's breakthrough. They did not care about the evil sect. This was the mentality of ordinary people. On October 11th, the Guru list was updated again. Recently, the list had been updated frequently. At the end of September, when Fang Ping returned to NCMAU, the ranking list was updated once. Logically speaking, the Grandmaster ranking's updating speed was extremely slow, but it was updated again in October. The rank 8 ranking list originally had 106 people. Li Yu from the Fallen Stars Battalion who had died in battle was not on the list. Now that Lu Polu and Fang Ping had broken through to rank 8, the list was now 108. The 5 rank 8 martial artists who died in the evil sect battle earlier were not Sino Nation martial artists either. They came from all over the world. 108 people. This time, Fang Ping had a taste of what Li Changxing had felt. Rank 8 ranking list, Fang Ping, 108th. Finally, Lu Polu, 107, slightly better than Fang Ping. McMao. Fang Ping, who had just rested for a day, saw the rankings. He picked up his phone a few times, but eventually put it down. Forget it, he was too lazy to threaten the two presidents of the Martial Arts Association. He was a Rank 8 martial artist who had completed Rank 8 Second Refinement, and was about to enter Rank 8 Third Refinement. He also had a Rank 9 Divine Weapon and a Rank 8 Divine Weapon as his main attack. The Martial Arts Association actually ranked him last? Fang Ping did not want to say anything else. Sooner or later, these two old fellows would have to fight. Fang Ping was at the bottom of the ranking list. On the other side, on the Rank 7 ranking list, someone was also at the bottom. Qin Fengqing, who had just broken through, ranked 403rd on the Rank 7 ranking list, the last. There were originally 402 people on the Rank 7 ranking list. Fang Ping and Lu Polu had broken through, and Luo Yichuan and Zhang Jianhong had replaced them. Including Qin Fengqing, there were 403 people, and Qin Fengqing was last. Fang Ping was just looking at the ranking list when someone said in his ear, "Come to the main hall." Fang Ping heard the voice and realized that Wu Quishan had returned. He breathed a sigh of relief and flew toward the meeting hall. Previously, when Wu Quishan and Li Changxing went to Zhongzhou Catacombs and Beihu Catacombs, Fang Ping was worried that something might have happened to them. Now that the two of them had returned safely, he felt much more at ease. In the meeting hall, Fang Ping had just entered when Qin Fengqing let out a humph. "Last place among Rank 7. You really think highly of me?" Fang Ping said exasperatedly. "That's enough. A Rank 8 didn't complain in the end. What do you have to complain about?" Qin Fengqing shrugged. Forget it. He would not bother with the Martial Arts Association. All along, he did not care much about these things. He just felt that being last place was embarrassing. In the hall, Old Man Li was a little tired. After waiting for the two of them to finish talking, he said with a smile, "So be it if he's last. That's good too. A tall tree attracts the wind." Fang Ping was too ostentatious before. Now that he has just broken through to Rank 8, his combat strength is not that great. At least he can keep a low profile if he's last. Beside him, Wu Quishan said with amusement, "Low profile? How can he keep a low profile? Let's not talk about the huge commotion caused by the breakthrough. He just broke through to Rank 7 at the end of July and reached Rank 8 in mid-October. In less than 3 months, he broke all the records in the world. Who in the world doesn't know Fang Ping now? A 20-year-old Rank 8, and he's still keeping a low profile. The Catacombs has put a bounty on his head all the way to the 108 territories." Fang Ping was a little embarrassed. He kept talking about these things all the time. It was not like he wanted to be wanted. Wu Quishan did not continue. He gestured for the few of them to sit down. When Lu Fengru, who was the last to arrive, Wu Quishan stared at her for a while and breathed a sigh of relief. "Be more careful next time. Yesterday, Lu Fengru almost died there." Wu Quishan was very worried. Lu Fengru did not say anything either. She sat down on her own. When everyone had arrived, Wu Quishan said, "Yesterday, the Heidi Catacombs were breached. The Catacombs martial artists in the Heidi Catacombs worked together from the inside and outside to receive Zhao Xingwu and Lu Fengru. Both of them broke into the catacombs and headed straight for Imperial Sea Mountain. There was no absolute centipede guarding the passageway there. The Rank 9 guarding the passageway was defeated by both of them. Both of them entered the Forbidden Zone. This time, the evil sect and the catacombs had already arranged all the plans. Zhao Xingwu, the traitor, did not get his head. Wu Quishan shook his head. When he talked about Zhao Xingwu, he felt that it was a pity. Without saying much about him, Wu Quishan continued. Over at the Zhongzhou Catacombs, Zhao Xingwu's departure did not cause any chaos. There were no powerhouses attacking from the opposite city either. It seems that Zhao Xingwu and the catacombs have been in cahoots for a long time. The other party helped him to cover his tracks. Perhaps in the future, we will meet on the battlefield. Old Manly said gloomily. The next time we meet, I will definitely kill him. That day at the Nanjiang catacombs, Zhao Xingwu entangled the gigantic Willow City Lord, giving Fang Ping and me a chance. I didn't expect him to betray us. Below, Fang Ping did not say anything. Some things were just guesses. Old Zhang told him to shut up, but he didn't want to say more. Having said that, Old Manly continued, A catacombs true king has entered the North Lake catacombs, but he disappeared in a flash. He did not continue to fight with Commander Li. Yesterday, many catacombs broke out in big battles, but there were not many casualties. However, this time, the Monster Life clan and the Monster Plant clan had truly joined forces. People from the Monster Life clan were attacking everywhere. In the future, the pressure will be even greater. Both of them explained the current situation. Old Manly looked at Fang Ping and laughed suddenly. Yesterday in Magic City's catacombs, Feng Miexing missed you very much. He was even more passionate than Ji Yao. He shouted again and again, saying that he would definitely kill him, and that he was prepared to stay in Magic City's catacombs in the future. Unfortunately, that guy was useless. Before I could even slash out with my sword, he was so scared that he wet his pants and ran away without a trace. Fang Ping, you've gone to the restricted area. You'll eat both men and women, they're all talking about you. Fang Ping felt helpless. Old Manly was still in the mood to joke at a time like this. He was too lazy to say anything else. Fang Ping asked. I heard that Minister Zhang defeated 2 true kings in Magic City yesterday and beat them until they wet their pants. Is that true? Old Manly chuckled. I'm not sure. After all, it was too far away. However, what old Zhang says is 80% false and 20% true. I don't know if he beat them until they wet their pants, but in the direction of Imperial Sea Mountain, the Green Wolf Kings seemed to be laughing quite wildly. Maybe he took advantage of them. Before he could finish, Qin phoned Qingyang and said, I know about this. Didn't Warlord go back to recuperate? When Fatty Jiang went to visit, Warlord said that Zhang Tao was really useless. He was beaten up so badly by the two of them that he ran to Heavenly King's side at the crucial moment. He lost all his face. He felt that it was beneath him to be on the same level as Zhang Tao. Fang Ping was dumbfounded. How could this happen? What did old Zhang say yesterday? Did he not beat the 2 true kings until they called him daddy? In the end, he was beaten until he called him daddy? He actually had the guts to run to Heavenly King's side. Fang Ping thought about it for a while. If he could not beat his opponent, he would find a powerhouse to back him up. This was a familiar trick. Old Manly, Wu Quishan, and the rest could not help but laugh. However, Wu Quishan still put on a straight face and said, Minister Zhang's combat strength is still extremely strong. This time, he couldn't defeat 2 true kings. Fang Ping, this has something to do with you. If it wasn't for the fact that he split into multiple mentality avatars, Minister Zhang's combat strength is considered top-notch among those at the pinnacle. He wouldn't have ended up like this. Fang Ping nodded and then laughed. It's hard to say. He might not be faking it. I don't believe that old Zhang doesn't have the confidence to fight 2 true kings. If Warlord can kill one of them, old Zhang most likely has the same strength. Even if he split into a few avatars, it might not affect his strength much. I think he's trying to trick people. If you don't believe me, just wait and see. When the war really breaks out, old Zhang might be able to kill a powerhouse among true kings. It can't be, right? It's hard to say. On MCMAU's side, Fang Ping and the others were discussing the current situation. Capital City. Education Department. Li Jin and the other 2 gathered again. At this moment, Nen Yunwei also said with a look of disdain, Zhang Tao, aren't you ashamed? To think that you were still bragging about being invincible at the pinnacle. In the end, you actually went to seek help from subduing Heavenly King. I'm ashamed for you. Zhang Tao snorted disdainfully and said lightly, Women's opinions. Yesterday, Warlord flaunted his prowess, and that was enough. Legion also fought 1 against 2. If I show my invincibility and am stronger than both of them, do you think yesterday's war will end so quickly? If I really show my invincible strength, maybe the 2 temple masters will make a move. After all, I've already posed a great threat to them. Warlord is still not enough to threaten them. But I'm different. I can threaten these 2 old things. Say, if they feel the pressure, do you think the 2 of them will still be able to sit still like they are now? After saying that, Zhang Tao chuckled and said, Don't worry. When the war breaks out, I'll let you see what a real invincible powerhouse is. A powerhouse who walked the same path. Legion was too lazy to say more. Very quickly he frowned and said, Zhao Xingwu has entered the restricted area. If this news gets out, it'll be troublesome. Zhang Tao, haven't you been in contact with the sects? Why would Zhao Xingwu betray them? Zhang Tao said lightly. How would I know? Despair, unwillingness, wanting to enter the peak. There are many reasons. However, he is not a peak expert after all. His influence is limited. The sects are weak now. He can't raise his arm and call for help. Zhao Xingwu's matter is not urgent. If he dares to appear in the outer realms, he must be killed. The rule that peak experts cannot act in the outer realms is useless. He is not in this group, and he doesn't dare to show his face in the outer realms. Legion, you were the first to come out yesterday. Did you sense the presence of the Pope? Legion frowned and said with a cold face. No. This rat is hiding very well. He is very far away from me. He doesn't dare to get too close to me. At least 500 li away. However, there were many battles yesterday, so we can exclude some people. In China, the 3 of us are not peak experts. My family's old ancestor, Warlord, Guardian Shin, they all released their auras yesterday. If the Pope is the peak of China, then it can only be those few. However, the possibility is not high. I think they are from the other sacred lands. Yesterday was the fiercest battle in China. If the peak experts left at that time, they could be discovered at any time. You went to my family's old ancestor probably to check if the others were there. Everyone knows you are sinister. If the Pope was really a peak expert, he wouldn't have shown up yesterday. Because you could go and check at any time. No one is stupid. How can we not be on guard against you? Zhang Tao glanced at him and said with a faint smile, Praise me? Or belittle me? Legion said lightly, Of course I'm praising you. Everyone knows how shameless you are. Is there a need to belittle you? Zhang Tao snorted and said with a smile, You're right. I did want to check those who didn't release their auras yesterday. Unfortunately, the commotion at Warlord's side was too big and attracted the subduing Heavenly King and the others. However, I can't completely rule them out. Never mind, I won't pursue it now. It's fine as long as I know. Anyway, be careful. Don't be like that idiot mystic Jade Monarch yesterday. Damn, I can't believe that idiot didn't guard against the Monster Plant clan at all. Zhang Tao felt sympathy for the fallen monarch. He shook his head and said, Not only are they not from the same clan, they're not from the same royal court, and they used to be enemies. Even if they're allies, they can't not guard against them, can they? He was tricked just like that. Isn't he an idiot? Tricked? Legion was surprised. Zhang Tao, what do you mean? Zhang Tao glanced at him and said tiredly, Are you an idiot too? Weren't you at the scene yesterday? I didn't even go and I knew he was tricked. You didn't see it? Do you think I don't know Warlord's strength? It was possible for him to fight 1 against 2, but it was impossible for him to kill one of them while fighting 1 against 2. Only the subduing Heavenly King and I can do that. Warlord is still a little lacking. But he did it. Do you believe it? Needless to say, he was tricked. I can guess that before he died, he must have attacked the Monster Plant clan's monarch who tricked him. If Fang Ping was here, his face would definitely darken. Yesterday, Zhang Tao spoke as if he had seen it, saying that the fallen monarch had attacked the monster plant clan's monarch. But now, from Zhang Tao's words, he did not go there at all. He was obviously guessing yesterday. Li Jun was the real witness. At this moment, Li Jun looked like he was reminiscing. After a while he said, "Did I? I don't have any impression. Mystic Jade Monarch's death was too sudden and short. When she was obliterated, she attacked indiscriminately, right?" Li Jun, a witness at the scene, didn't have much of an impression, but Zhang Tao said confidently, "What I said can't be false. If there are no surprises, the true king of the monster plant tribe who attacked the battle monarch yesterday should be one of Red Plum, Blue Moon, or Apricot King." Li Jun frowned again. After a while he said, "It's Blue Moon." Zhang Tao chuckled. "I guessed it. When he was young, he was also a good-for-nothing. He was good at seducing female monarchs. Most of the female monarchs in the Hall of Monarchs had affairs with him. Now that he's crippled, I'm afraid only a few of them will support him. It's not surprising that he had Blue Moon plot against Mystic Jade. That guy wanted to drag the Monster Life clan down with him, but he was afraid of their influence, and wanted to suppress Maple Monarch and the other monarchs. This time, Maple Monarch and Huai Monarch were the leaders, and Blue Moon was close to Maple Monarch's faction in the Hall of Monarchs. Heh, if something happens, it's Maple Monarch's responsibility. Even if Fate Monarch is angry, he'll settle the score with Maple Monarch's faction, not him. He's a cripple, not even a monarch. Who would believe it was his doing? No, even if that idiot Fate Monarch suspects, he probably won't believe that Mystic Jade was really schemed against. If you couldn't see it at the scene, Fate Monarch and the others probably didn't feel anything. Li Jun couldn't help but look at him. You speak as if it's true. That guy still has such influence? You're not him, how do you know what he's thinking? Zhang Tao said wearily. Can't you be a little smarter? Is someone like him willing to wait for death? If he doesn't muddy the waters, how can he fish in troubled waters? At the end of the day, you're still trash. Back then, I promoted you to the peak, saying that after you break through, you'll be the second subduing heavenly king, a great threat. That's why he personally came to kill you. In the end, you didn't even manage to kill him. Li Jun, speaking of this, I really look down on you. To think that the outside world praised you as if it were real. You're so powerful, you destroyed the monarch source Tao of the monster plant royal court. In order to lure him out, I was even willing to play a supporting role and let you be the boss. What about you? Now that you mention it, I'm still full of anger. Zhang Tao kept on cursing, and Li Jun felt a little embarrassed. Damn, that guy is really strong. I couldn't kill him, but at least I destroyed his source Tao, okay? Nen Yunhua listened to the conversation between the two and shook her head. Enough. What's the point of talking about these old things? Tell me, what should we do next? The situation has completely worsened, and Monster Life lineage is no longer hiding. The death of Xian Yu has completely infuriated them. I'm afraid that the pressure will increase greatly in the future. Zhang Tao knocked on the table lightly. After a moment of thought, he said, Although I've already expected this, it's still a little earlier than I expected. It's all because of that little bastard Fang Ping who messed up my plans. Initially, I thought that Monster Life clan would only join the war after the war had begun. But now, it has been brought forward by 2 years. If this little bastard hadn't contributed some benefits, I would have slapped him to death with one slap. Zhang Tao cursed. Li Jun lightly said, You bet so much? Are you willing to kill him? Zhang Tao chuckled and said, There's no harm in taking a gamble. Let's see if we can kill him or not. This brat can be a spare tire. Who knows, he might be useful. If he could reach the pinnacle before the great battle, then the price he had to pay today would be nothing. It's just a split body. It's not a big deal for me to give him another 30 to 50 of them. Nen Yunhua and Li Jun both snorted disdainfully. After dozens of years, he was still like this. Would you die if you didn't brag? Zhang Tao chuckled and ignored them. He said, Maybe we'll have to rely on Fang Ping to solve this problem. But this kid's strength is a little weak, let's wait a little longer. Him? Nen Yunhua hesitated. What do you want to do? Simple. Zhang Tao laughed. When he's rank 9, I'll throw him into the battlefield. Both of them were puzzled. What was the use of throwing Fan Ping into the battlefield? Zhang Tao laughed. There's a high chance that the second Wangs aren't dead yet. There's a high chance that they're in the depths of the battlefield. If they didn't have any confidence, the catacombs wouldn't keep exploring the battlefield. Fan Ping. I think there's some connection between the battlefield and him. Throw him in and let him stir up some trouble. It's best if he can wake the second Wangs up in advance and get them out. Both of you, what do you think the first thing the second Wangs will do if they really come out? Zhang Tao chuckled. First, the second Wangs haven't recovered their strength yet. They won't go out if they hide in the battlefield. At this time, believe it or not, the 4 catacombs kings will send a large number of powerhouses into the battlefield. Whether it's killing the second Wangs or relying on them, it won't be peaceful. At this time, they won't care about us. Second, the second Wangs have recovered their strength. After recovering their strength, do you think the Life Kings and the others will be willing to give up the kings? The second Wangs will be willing to bow down to them? What unity against foreign enemies? Bull**T. In their eyes, we're not a big threat. On the other hand, the probability of internal strife is as high as 90%. The Life Kings and the others have been coveting the second Wang's Tao of Origins for a long time. When the time comes, just wait and see. When the second Wangs appear, it won't be the catacombs' strength skyrocketing, but the catacombs will be in chaos. The kings from thousands of years ago have returned. Will the kings from thousands of years later bow down to them? Don't count on the catacombs people. Li Jin frowned. Zhang Tao, don't be rash. If they really join forces and the second Wangs appear, the catacombs' strength will skyrocket. Zhang Tao laughed. Li Jin, don't be silly. Don't you think we're gambling now? Without the second Wangs, are we a match for the catacombs? Not at all. With the second Wangs, we won't be their match. Actually, the outcome will be the same. However, once the second Wangs and the current True King Hall start fighting, they'll give us a chance of survival. One is an outcome of certain defeat. The other is an outcome that might give us a chance of survival. Which do you think we should choose? Zhang Tao said with a profound look in his eyes. That is to bet that they won't get along. The fate of mankind was a gamble. In any case, no matter how bad the result is, it won't be that bad. At worst, the 2 kings will join forces with them, and we'll just have to kill a few less true monarchs. But when that time comes, will it really matter how many we kill? Li Jin took a deep breath and said in a low voice, Do you think Fan Ping can do it? You should know that the catacombs and we have been exploring the king battlefield for many years, but we still can't find the location of the 2 kings. Nonsense, is there even a need to find? Zhang Tao sneered and said, The palace in the depths of the palace, where the peerless living dead made their move, is definitely the place where they hibernated. That place is extremely dangerous. There is no chance of survival. I know. Then why did you send Fan Ping to his death? Zhang Tao smiled and said, How can you say it's suicide? If you don't believe me, there's a high chance that this kid won't die. Instead, there's a high chance that he'll bring the 2 kings out. Of course, he was in no hurry to gamble with his life. He was still a little weak. He would wait until he was a rank 9. If he didn't want to go, then Yao Qingjun would go. Yao Qingjun was in charge of the Myriad Origins Hall, and he might even be related to those people from the Land of War. What's there to be afraid of? When the time comes, you can call for Heavenly Kings subduing to rescue them. It's only 1,000 kilometers away. As long as they don't die inside and escape, they'll be fine. Li Jin looked at him deeply and sighed. Sometimes I feel that your heart is much more ruthless than mine. Zhang Tao said softly. Ruthless? Maybe. But Li Jin, you have probably forgotten what time it is now. The nation had been wiped out. Fan Ping still has hopes of reaching the summit. It's fine if he doesn't go. Yao Qingjun, you focus on him. He's from a military school. Your words carry more weight than mine. Let him go in and explore. If he was the enemy of the two kings, he might be able to stimulate their recovery. I don't want anyone to die, but when it's really necessary, someone has to die. Today it's them, and tomorrow it'll be us. Abandon Earth and wander in space? Ridiculous. Stubbornly guarding the catacombs was even more ridiculous. A few years later, will we be catacombs humans or Earth humans? Moreover, how can we allow others to sleep beside our beds? When that time comes, will the catacombs let us conquer a territory and defend it, waiting for a chance to counterattack? Some people are too naive. They're already hundreds of years old. What are they thinking? Zhang Tao shook his head and laughed at himself. I don't know if there will be people who hate me when that day comes. There might be a lot of people who hate me. But it's okay. I don't care. Figures flashed across Zhang Tao's mind. After a long time, he suddenly laughed. Sometimes I feel that it might have been better not to break through to the summit. Both Nen Yunhua and Li Jin were silent. Zhang Tao laughed again. There's no point in chatting with you two. You two old farts don't know how to talk. I'll find time to talk to Fan Ping later. This thing wants to take over my position. I want him to, but he's not ruthless enough now. He's a little too inexperienced. Zhang Tao chuckled. Why don't we teach him a lesson and make him suffer a little? Li Jin could not be bothered with him. After a while he said, Don't be crazy. We'll leave first. Don't be too stressed. The elder ancestor is still here. Zhang Tao smiled. He leaned against the chair and said nothing. Nen Yunhua and Li Jin did not stay for long either. They left quickly. After they left, Zhang Tao sighed softly. Don't be too stressed. I'm not like you two idiots. It's not optimistic. That old fart warlord is too full of himself. Why must he kill Xian Yu? Idiot, if it were me, I would have saved Xian Yu's life. Mother **Ker, I've already warned him in advance. The old fart insisted on showing off. I'll hammer him to death sooner or later. Zhang Tao cursed under his breath. What the hell is that old fart warlord doing? Can't he change his bad temper? He still has the cheek to scold me? He's ruined my big plan. Please remember this book's domain name. 9 Heavens Divine Emperor mobile version website. You're tuning in to the Phoenix Knights YouTube channel. Don't forget to subscribe and join us on this journey to catch the most captivating stories.